Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? I'm Brayathorn. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, that's a preview of how I'm going to be feeling tonight. That's not 100%, but the show must go on. I mean, as far as working sick goes, doing it from home is not too bad, but I will try to be as entertaining as possible. Possible is the operative term here, right? Like that's the main word we're looking at. But it's okay, you know? We still got work to do. And I have people to help. And I like doing that. Expect frequent hydration checks today. Yeah. Well, I didn't bring a box of tissues, so I'm gonna wish that I had some hydration for my nose when it gets all dry from that. Yay, we're oversharing. Okay, nice. Caught the stream early. Welcome, Poppy Seeds. Bobcat21 over in YouTube chat. Hello to you. How are you? I turned slow mode off over there. I was wondering if that was keeping people from watching, even though it's never like less than 10 seconds between chats that often. I say never and then that often. Kind of weird way to put that, but whatever. I get carte blanche tonight because I'm not feeling well. All right. Cogs. What's up, Cogs? Bray, a senior issue with right aligning budgets, text left and numbers right is default Sheets behavior. Try format number plain text. If that doesn't solve it for new form values, a script could likely help. I'd rather do that than do a script. It's just a nuisance, really. It's just a little a minor annoyance. It's not that big a deal. You know what I mean? It's okay. But I'll mess with that not on stream. I'll mess with that later on. Dan, what's going on, buddy? How's it going? How are you? Welcome. Now, this is why, and are these chats showing up or not? Are chats showing up there? You know what? I might have the time set too short so they don't persist long enough for me to notice what. Yeah, there they are. Hey, there it is. I've been called a minor annoyance before. Not by me, at least. I can say that. It wasn't by me. Let's see. Overlays. Messages fade after 60 seconds. That's not a lot, but let's bring it up to 80 seconds. Or like 90 seconds. Yeah, I hit save and it's gonna like reset that. That's fine. D-Steez, how's it going? Welcome. I like that goat emote. That's not, and the dinosaur is nice too. They're both nice. I'm not gonna leave either one out. They're both good. I hope we get people come in that need some help because I will say this, it was really nice that a good amount of people hung out when I was like, there's only like 20 minutes left in the stream. I'm tired. Let's just play a game. And I played Pal World for a bit and a bunch of y'all hung out. That was cool. I genuinely enjoyed that. And it's made me want to add another streaming night to where it's just a game night. Maybe we'll have a server for the community or something. Like that would be fun. And then, you know, we'll have a few people join in Discord chat where it's like, you know, Cuddles, maybe Ari, just a few people joining Discord chat. Mods, of course, would be free to join that, and or techies as well. That'd be kind of fun. It's a genuinely fun game. Don't just ignore all the nonsense on Twitter. Chief Huncho, what's going on? How are you? Ed Mizak, welcome. I'm honestly wondering whether I should like, no, okay. So here's my stance on mixing the chat to put on screen like I have right here. When Twitch talks, it pops up here. And there's a thought of like, well, why not put YouTube chats there too? And just there's services where it'll put it all together. So Twitch is like, that's breaking terms of service if you do that. And my position as a partner, for those of you who hang out in the Twitch chat, you'll notice my CCV isn't quite anywhere near 75 most streams. because I'm now splitting my audience. If you combine the two, it's 60 to 75 people, generally speaking, but not just all on Twitch. So I don't want to risk my status as a partner. It's not that big of a deal at this point because like they made it to where there's like partner plus. I was like, oh, cool. All right. So I make it to partner, and then like less than a year later, they're like, yeah, but that's not all that anymore. Thanks. Cool. Appreciate that, Twitch. But or maybe it was more than a year ago. I don't know, whatever. That I made partner, and then it was more than a year than whatever. Either way, as long as I don't break TOS, I'm not going to lose partnership. That's one very cool thing about Twitch. Once you've done the grind and you've made it up to partner, they acknowledge that, you get the partner status, you've got it. I don't want to risk that. And I understand that they have moderation like in their own chat stuff. They can't control YouTube's chat moderation, which I think is more strict than Twitch, by the way. But anyway, with that in mind, they don't want it popping up in the stream. Have you heard some of the things people say and do on, seen and heard some things people do and say on Twitch? It's like, okay, sure. All right. Moderation. Sure. Bray, will you be suggesting ROG Nooks for console to PC people? It might be a good fit. Now, of course, it is still, we still don't have the CES content out in the Asus piece. I spent a long time. I got to talk to the guy who's responsible for the Nook. Okay, he was just there when JJ walked me over there. He was just hanging out, and JJ's like, "Oh, hey, look, you can talk to this is the Nook guy." I'm like, "Oh, okay," because they didn't just take over the Nook; they also took over the team. They brought the team over to Asus. But the ROG Nook, no joke, it's sick. Like, I could see that being a streaming PC, like a secondary PC for streaming, or a travel PC, or home. It's even a bit like, it's awesome for a home theater gaming system actually. But like up to a mobile 4070, up to an i9, I think, or was it i7? It's in the footage, but and 3 M.2 sockets in there, upgradable SODIMM memory, like, bro. Whoa, okay, seriously? Hell yeah. Then again, more recent Nooks have been like that. They've been very upgradable. So but they made it small again and still upgradable. Yeah, they did a really good job there. I was very excited to cover that because it's a pre-built, right? A Nook is a pre-built. Jack Biscuit Irish says with Riz or winning Riz. Is that it? It could be. That could be. Yeah, I mean, if you say that, that just means that like.
That just means I got to bring out this voice right here because this is the Riz voice. You see, what I just did is I turned off my audio effects to let my true voice shine through. And I must say that I sound a lot less ill. A lot less sick. I actually sound completely ill, but the positive version of that. I sound less sick using my true voice. Maybe I should stick with that tonight. What do you think, chat? Steve was the first like. Thank you, Steve, over on the YouTube chat for being the first like. First of many, I hope. What's up, Shauner? How you doing? Twitch is stupid, but YouTube doesn't have the cool little integrations and plugins that Twitch does. That's true. All of those little, overlays and alerts and all that you can get for Twitch, those companies are sleeping on activating stuff on YouTube, or it's not streamlined, unfortunately. Okay, well, let's put the audio effects back on. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable with the sheer amount of Riz coming through your headphones or speakers right now. Let's just pull it back a bit.
All right, audio effects are back on. There you go. I hope that's a little bit more tolerable, a little more tenable for you, because I just don't want to, it's not good for electronics when pure honey oozes out of the speakers. Not good for electronics. Bad for electronics, that is. Ed Mizek said, just got iBuyPower, but it came with a 3068 gig. Is it worth upgrading to a 4070 Super if I only have a 1080p 240 hertz monitor? I mean, it's not just that, Ed. It's also what kind of games you play. I mean, if you're playing League of Legends, don't worry about it. If you're playing Rainbow Six Siege, don't worry about it. You're gonna hit 240 hertz, no problem. You can put a GT 710 and probably hit 240 hertz in 1080p with that. Don't get a GT 710. Chief Honcho, it is the Rodecaster Pro 2. I actually don't like it because the pads are way too sensitive on mine, and I never sent it in to get fixed. You press one pad, and like a catty corner one will activate, and it's like really annoying. What's up, dude? How's it going? I'm sure this never happens, but what do you do if nobody is here from the queue and nobody asks build device questions? We'll just talk about stuff, or I'll just play a game. Yeah. But once I shift over to gaming, I don't shift back. That's the thing. Once I shift over to that, I'm like, nah, I'm in gaming mode, dude. Let me have some fun. Let me relax, because I mean, I don't set aside time for gaming. That's why I'm considering adding a stream. Now, heads up to the dedicated YouTube audience. If I add a third stream every week where I'm going to be gaming, where it's a gaming stream, that's probably just going to be on Twitch. I don't want to sort of muddy the VODs and the content that's on the YouTube channel, because that's all PC stuff. I don't want to muddy that with gaming. So it'll all be Twitch if I end up doing that like on Sunday night or whatever. Every Sunday night, but we'll see. I'm way behind on work right now. Don't know if I can add that in at the moment.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a thing. Yeah, you see it right there. Falcon Northwest just gifted 10 subs. Good Lord. I'm not feeling too well, so I'm going to let Past Me do this.
Let's go, nerds.
Thank you, Past Me. Appreciate that. What's up, Kelt? How you doing? Thank you for coming in and being generous like that. I appreciate it. Look, you know what? That golden gift box looks good on you, Kelt. That's pretty much how I see any package that arrives from you guys, like a golden gift box right there. D says in Twitch chat says, when are you building a PC using Lee & Lee's new TL LCD fans? I'm not interested in those. I don't think that they provide a compelling value. They're a nice gimmick, but I'm not really into it. It's just that fans are not placed ergonomically necessarily to show you a screen in most cases. And also in most cases, I just don't see it being a thing. But they're cool. They're cool as heck. But like, they've been covered already. You know? And I've actually met the CEO of Lee & Lee, and I didn't get the time of day from him. So, I mean, I'm just not on his radar. It's okay. Maybe if I get to go to CES, we can make a case for it, especially because a certain series will have had some groundwork laid out, and we'll have a proof of concept group of episodes already published. That's going to be fun. By the way, Kel, thank you again, by the way. Thank you again. Watching Roby build and saw you came online. I don't know why I stream when Roby is streaming. Like, I don't want to take away from his audience. He's also like doing stuff that I feel is more entertaining than what I do, because I cover pre-builts, and this is like, there needs to be more content about this, but I can admit DIY content can be a lot more entertaining. It is inherently a lot more entertaining. Plus, he's amazing. But yeah, I don't know. It's just Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's how it works out for me. That's what I need to do. Oh, Jane hat. I just saw that. Okay. Now listen, Cal, I need you to do me a favor, okay? You can go ahead and tell Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk that I have, this guy you know, has a channel point redemption thing where I will put on Firefly memorabilia. I know it's not related to either of their characters, so that's why I didn't say it by name. But, oh well, let's be bad guys. I told him he should raid you because I learned a new Twitch term today. I also figured out the wallet. He rated me recently at the beginning of the year. My first stream of the year, he rated me with like 750 people. So if he's gonna raid anybody, he should pass that love along to someone. I've already gotten a raid from Roby recently. He's an amazing dude. It was really awesome getting to see him at CES, but he's already rated me this year, this month. Mostly Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, and Forza, says Ed Mizak. Okay. I mean, if you just got the PC, try the games first. Mess with your settings. If you find that you need the upgrade, go for it. But try to get some mileage out of what came in it. You could also keep that GPU aside for troubleshooting and stuff if you want the 3060. But at 1080p, you will see a really big jump in performance from the 3060 to the 4070 Super. I'm not going to lie. You certainly will. And they are available for purchase. But there could be, other values out there, Hard to say. Oh, you want the Duo version. Chief Huncho, I wanted that too. I ordered that too. And it was never shipped to me. I never received it. And it said that it had arrived and they had to refund me. And I just never ordered another one. Because you can get it in white. And I was like, that's perfect for like my peripherals. This guy right here, my peripherals are white. My speakers, I've got a white, black, and bamboo kind of thing going on, but all my peripherals and things like that are white. Yeah. I think I mentioned this last time, but I was wondering, I did mention this last stream. I was wondering if the Super 55, which, by the way, I don't know if I'll ever get another microphone, which is a problem because I've been offered microphone reviews, but this is my favorite microphone. Is it the best for what I do? Not necessarily, no. But I love this microphone. But I was wondering if this was aluminum, like bare aluminum, basically, so I could like anodize it purple with like a home anodizing thing. But how sick would that be? That'd be like a one-of-one thing. Ihonatan says shiny. Absolutely. Oh, I didn't even call out who got subs because Org Chaos made me pay attention to that. So that is a tier 1 sub from Falcon Northwest to Leroy the Red, Star Fox 333, James Sambergy, right? Ruru 2, Armster DJ, Angel Without Mercy, Jason 262, Org Chaos, and Ninja Panda. Thank you again, Kelt. I appreciate that. Then it's work you have to game, says Shauner. Yes, that's what I'm hoping for. And now, guys, remember, if you're here for the queue, you can, if you're in the Twitch chat, the link will be popping up now and then. You click that to submit your info if you're trying to get help. Here. You can also, type in !form. There it is. If you're in the YouTube chat, just look at the description. It's right there. Hey, Nalin, what's going on, buddy? How are you? I just went back and saw that. I was skipping around on the YouTube chat. I say send it for the weekly gaming stream. I'm on Twitch too. Just got the YouTube notification. That's fair. Megan M says, hi. Any recommendations for pre-built under 1500? Check the description, and that's what you need to do if you want to get some help, because I can just throw out a random computer recommendation at you, but that's not necessarily the best thing for you. Everybody has different needs and different priorities. All right, you got it, Kelt. Thank you very much. Have a good one, buddy. Okay, Hexamble, you don't need to do it again because I did just post that. The link was right above where you said form. There, that's the link. You got to click that, fill out the form, and you will get into this. Oh, by the way, here, actually, I got to fix this. But Kelt, I don't know if you wanted to see this or not. Right before you leave, I know you're leaving. But take a look at this. So this is a tester that I put together here. What do we think? What do we think? I mean, I did this from scratch in Photoshop, by the way. I like, whenever I want to get a certain effect, I don't do presets. I will just look up a tutorial on how to get that specific effect. What do we think? Okay, I got to catch up on YouTube chat. I'm behind over there. Hey, Natalie, just started my second semester of 10th grade 2 days, and I'm really liking my new classes. Well, that's awesome. Happy to hear that. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of math except where it suits me and suits my needs. Not gonna lie, mostly here because Zach from ZTT doesn't stream Thursdays anymore. But I will say I really appreciate you focusing on pre-builts. I've sent people to your channel before because that's your main focus. I mean, it's the focus of most of the market, and that gets largely ignored in the industry, in tech YouTube, unfortunately, because it's not as fun. But I'm not here to have fun. I'm here to help people out. And it varies from year to year, but 70 to 80% of PC hardware sold per year, and it's going to be more like more around 70% of PC hardware sold per year is pre-built. It's pre-builts, and the rest is so it's like a 1/3 or 1/4 of the amount of PC hardware sold is for DIY. Yet it's backwards when you look at content. It's like, what? But Zach is super cool. I have spoken with him. He's an awesome dude, and he does give out excellent advice. His short form content game is exceptional, far better than mine, which does not exist, by the way. I don't have that. All right, y'all like it? That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you very much. I definitely have an aesthetic that I go for. I think that's... Oh, I forgot to put in the hold on. Man. There's supposed to be a lens flare effect that, it's almost like a... Wow, I really can't think tonight. But it's supposed to be a streak of light going across the word rebuilt that sort of blends into... I forgot to add that back in before I rendered that out, but whatever. I Want Smoke says, I missed my turn a long time ago. Okay, listen up. Everybody who's already in the list, for those of you in YouTube chat, type @Breathorn. You have to spell it correctly, so look at the website. It'll tell you what my name is. It's also right here. Type @Breathorn and then say, I'm on the list. If your name is different from your handle that's showing up in chat, you have to tell me what name you registered with so I can find you. If you're in Twitch chat, use the channel points by clicking on the little purple B in the bottom left corner of across from where it has the purple chat button. Okay, click that, select highlight my chat message, and then put in there I am on the list. And if your name is different that you put in there from what shows up on Twitch chat, you got to tell me so I know what to search for. So everybody, please do that now. So I don't have to, because there's some in here that have said, hey, I missed my turn, things like that. But then if you're not the first one I'm going to help out, I have to go back later on and search through that and find it. But having my name highlighted helps a lot. So that's my requirement for you. I love this part of this track. Don't let me forget to turn this back down. I missed this from my intros in Motion Studio. Y'all remember those? Okay, back to catching up with YouTube chat. Sorry about that. I'm just skipping around, and I apologize for that. Lukey, hi, hello. And I Want Smoke did say, "What's up, boss? What's up with you? How you doing?" Most creators focus on DIY. At least there you go. Yep. Lukey said hi. Then, what about and 12400F and 4060 Ti frame rate in Fortnite? How the hell am I supposed to know? Lukey, I'm going to help you out here, buddy. Forget about frame rates as any frame of reference. Because whatever they tell you frame rate you might get, the number one thing that can ruin that is you, and you will. You're going to have programs running in your background, 18 Chrome tabs open. One of them might be a walkthrough. I won't blame you. Well, I mean, Fortnite's not really a story-driven game that requires a walkthrough. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. And besides that, there are other parts in a PC. Not sure if, more than just the CPU and GPU. But also, I'm not Google. So if you take that question, copy and paste it into Google, you'll probably get an answer. But asking a guy who's live entertaining people to come up with something like that off the top of my head, you put a lot of faith in me there that I wish I could back up. I don't think I can back that up. But yeah, frame rates are, if you go into your settings and set your game to ultra, say goodbye to your frame rates. That's just going to happen. You're just going to ruin your frame rates. So go off of something else. Go off of, hey, your resolution of your monitor. Because guess what? You didn't tell me what resolution of monitor you'd be playing on. If that's going to be on a 4K monitor, you're going to get like, with a 4060 Ti, like 40 frames per second maybe. I don't know if you put it on high settings. I don't know. I'm just guessing. You're looking for a chart. Charts are probably what you're looking for rather than a person. I missed my turn long ago, says I want smoke. Okay, so we got 3 people in YouTube chat who said that they're on the list. Chief Huncho, I remember you're on the list. You were going to, and Bobcat as well. So we're going to go through. We're going to see what the order is. But guys, please stick around so that when I call out for you, you hear it, and we'll get you taken care of tonight. I can do at least 3. I'm not feeling well, but I can do at least 3. Oh, Bobcat, I think it was. Well, I don't remember. We tried to help you last time, and I think your budget would have fit a. Okay, I think you said you wanted to go up to 2,500, and that's when it's like, well, you're gonna want to wait for the 4080 Super. Very likely, if you're at 2,500 and it's gaming and streaming, 4070 Ti Super should work, and we can do that. And you mentioned Skytech specifically. They didn't have it because it was a day before launch. I can look and see if they've got it or something like that. But yeah, I know like iBuyPower has it, AVA Direct has it. Some system integrators have 4070 Ti Supers in their stock. And I will never forgive NVIDIA for committing me to saying that idiotic name of a GPU for like the next year probably. Ugh. I had mentioned 4070 Ti Super. Yeah, well, your resolution was 1440p. Yeah, you don't need a 4080 Super. And because you want to stream, then you can put more money into your motherboard. But yeah, I think you said it was going to be 2,500. So all right, let's find these other ones real quick. I'm just seeing where everybody is in order. Let me mark these that you're here. I'm not showing the screen, and that's okay. No need to freak out. We'll get to it. Here. And Chief Huncho. Okay, you are after Bobcat. But we still need to determine whether that's going to be good to do tonight. But yeah, probably, if you're looking at 4070 Ti Super. And then, okay. Oh, I want smoke. You were way early on. Yeah, all right. We get you taken care of. I would be happy to get you covered here. So I want smoke. Like you guys are down here. Bobcat and Chief Huncho. I want smoke is like here, way up here. One that I had marked out in like a reddish pinkish color because like I didn't go back and mark everybody in red that wasn't there, but there you go. And it is a micro center build. Thank you for putting in the city and state that you're in. And you're getting a parts list, so you're going to build it yourself. Is that correct? Bobcat, I already corrected that. I got that in there. It's so funny how it works because there's a lot of times where YouTube chat will slow down to a crawl and Twitch chat is popping off. And then there's times where it's like now where it's like the opposite. But I'm sure once we get into starting to do a build, we're going to start getting more feedback, which I enjoy. I like that discourse. It's a lot of fun. Okay, we're going to take care of I Want Smoke first. Hence the lavender sort of color, lilac. color here. It's more of a lilac, yes. Also, Twitch chat had an ad, so there is that to consider. Micro Center for the full DIY experiences. Other places are fine if parts aren't available. So here's what's going to happen with that, Smoke. We're going to see what they've got. And if they don't have a specific part you want, you're going to order it from somewhere else because you're doing it DIY. The main benefit to you of getting it from Micro Center is that if there's a part that's DOA, you don't have to ship it back and wait for a new one to be shipped to you. You just drive it to Micro Center. So, yeah. What is this one down here? Yeah, that one we took care of before. 12, 16. Yeah, I don't know why I have 2 copies of this. Wait, did I actually do that one though? Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at this build, guys. All right. So you're going to be getting these parts within a month. And, oh, okay. All right. Now, what we need to see here, because 4,000 or more, that leaves a lot of wiggle room. What is the actual full budget? Because I've had someone come back and say, yeah, like $6,000 or something. So what's the actual budget? Ken says, I'm sticking with my Centurion build from Alexander PCs. Good. That's a great build. I wouldn't ask you to forsake that. I mean, this one is specifically, I happen to know something that's going on right now over at Alexander PCs, that the next person that wants a pre-built, that's probably where we're going to look, because they got something going on over there they never do. And I want to take a look at that, and we want to leverage that. And one thing, guys, I know I keep saying stuff like, oh, we got to wait for the new cards. Except for, like, I mean, if you're looking at something like 4070 Ti Super, it's like an 11% performance increase or something, varying, give or take 2%. But it's at the same price. But, like, if you're wanting it from a company that does not have that, then you don't have to get it. It's okay. You get a 4070 Ti, that thing games. It does everything you need to do, especially 1440p. You're good. But I happen to know, like, Alexander PCs is updating their builds tonight to the configuration, the configs that they have are going to have 4070 Ti Supers, but they have a lot of ready-to-ship systems with 4070 Ti's that are awesome and ready to go with a lifetime warranty. So, yes, I would take a pre-built if aesthetically pleasing and capable for my needs. Well, you'll save money doing it DIY, and this is what you requested in your form. That's what I tend to default to. Whatever you put in your form, that's usually what we try to go for. Sean, yeah, I'm just lurking, about to actually study, so sorry to say, but you're going to get muted here soon. Okay. That's fair. Hey, you know what? I appreciate the lurk. Also, Micro Center bundles for CPU, mobile RAM are elite. Well, they didn't say they want a white system, so that could be a way to go for sure. But this is also, you know, it's a higher budget. Okay, so this is $6,500 budget. I don't think we need to concern ourselves too much with a bundle. Especially CPU coolers and PSUs from what I've seen. That or the Denver Micro Center is just kind of booty. Yeah, we helped somebody with the Denver Micro Center, and they were missing a few bundles, if I'm not mistaken. But okay, we are going to go over to... I should probably close that. And right here. Do I not have Micro Center as one of my... Yeah, I do have it. Okay. I don't want to sign in. I don't want to sign in. Stop it. Get out of my face. Look, the last one was Denver. So yeah, I recall. Oh, it was Madison Heights, Michigan. Unless that's Missouri. I don't know abbreviations for states. I'm just an American, okay? Now, question for you, Smoke. Are you the type of person that's going to be upgrading this PC throughout its lifetime? Or are you going to build this thing, call it a day, and when it's time to upgrade, you're just going to build a new PC or get a new PC? That's a question I have for you. All right, you got it, Sean. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. No news from me. I have no news for that. What if I can ask Jesse? Anyone from Power GPU lurking? I know y'all lurk. I know you do it. And I appreciate y'all. Maybe you can update us on the North Carolina Micro Center. But I mean, I don't live there. I'm not keeping up with that personally. Okay, well, now I got to do this.
Hello, the PC Love Doctor.
Yeah, that's me. Actually, I don't even need to mess with my voice.
Yeah, that's me.
There you go. Sorry about your ear holes. Okay. All right. So you're going to want to go with socket AM5. You're going to want to go with AMD platform for the CPU and motherboard because LGA 1700 is reaching end of life. The next round of CPUs are going to be in a new socket. So we go AMD. And looking at your use case, you're doing a lot of stuff here. You're doing gaming, streaming, content creation, video editing, and graphic design. Now, here's the thing. There are some cases where the 7950X actually can beat out the 7950X 3D, but they're very few. And then the 7950X 3D will beat the 7950X at gaming by like a lot. But you're still getting 16 cores. You just have 2 CCDs. One of them has 3D cache, one of them does not, and that one can overclock. So it's a complicated CPU, and you have to run Xbox Game Bar in order for the CPU, the core parking to even work. But I've run one of those for a while, and it does work. It does do its thing. So if you were just doing gaming, I'd say 7800X 3D in a heartbeat. But that thing falls completely on its face when it comes to anything but gaming. So, nah. Nope. And we're not going to come anywhere near $6,500, by the way. There's your 7950X 3D right there. And if you were going to ask, well, what about Threadripper? For one thing, some Threadripper CPUs cost as your whole budget, okay? But secondly, they're crap for gaming. They are not good for gaming at all. They're strictly for productivity and other applications like that can use a lot of cores. You want a desktop CPU. That or you want 2 PCs if that's the case. Which on a budget of $6,500, to be fair, you can do. But we're going to get you a monster motherboard because you're looking at needing a lot of I/O. Now, the one downside here is they only have one Creator Pro Art motherboard, X670E. You've only got one in stock. That might mean 0 in stock. You just cannot trust this website when it comes to that, unfortunately. Man, Gigabyte makes some beautiful white motherboards. Man, they really knocked it out of the park this generation. We're going to be looking at I/O. We're going to make sure you have a lot of I/O for what you're going to be doing. Let's actually just go price high to low. Oh wow, the highest priced one is a $650. I was expecting like $1,000, but okay. Basically the E series, which is very unfortunate this generation because it's X670E-E, which is like X670 Extreme-Extreme, probably. ROG Strix Gaming Wi-Fi, that's going to be a good one for you right there. Tons of I/O on those, tons of power delivery, really nice motherboard. Let's look here real quick. And black, you're only doing 1440p. That's right. I was going to look at the GPU because that is going to be a point of contention here. Can we do a 4090? We definitely should be able to, but you don't need that at 1440p. But you probably want that for the price you're paying. But you don't need Wi-Fi. There you go. If you're going to be streaming, you should be on a hardline connection. Let's just take a quick little gander, a little look-see at this guy right here. I don't actually need to open a new tab. It does it automatically. I just want to see what kind of I/O they got here. A lot more PCIe Gen 5 lanes come with the X670E platform. Look at that. Look at that I/O. Look at that. It's beautiful. Every single type USB Type A port is a 10 gigabit per second port. That's nuts. And then you have the only thing missing here is Thunderbolt 4. You got to go up to like the crosshair for that if they have it, because it's AMD. Like, that's not a given anymore. They might license it sometimes, but they don't always. Also, 2.5 gig Ethernet on a $550 board. Yeah, but you're not going to, I don't know what, like, I have 5 gig internet. Not everybody does, and I need to remember that. Let's just compare it. Oops. I lost all my settings because I clicked in the wrong spot. Okay. Let's compare it to the ROG Crosshair Hero. Okay, so what you get instead, still, are you serious? $650 motherboard still has 2.5 gig Ethernet. Damn, Asus, get good. But look at that. There are 2 USB 4 Type-C ports right there. Okay. There we go. 2 USB 4 Type-C ports, 40 gigabit per second. And then you have a DisplayPort Type-C, and then you have a 20 gigabit Type-C. And all the rest of these are all 10 gigabit Wi-Fi 6E. But, you know, it's just... For that price, it should have 10 gigabit Ethernet ports. What am I doing? I got lost in the sauce there for a second. I'm just going to be looking through these until I find one that I think has features that are appropriate for the price. And I can't click off of this. I can't click off of this. If I do that, it just undoes everything I did. I love that. It's wonderful. It's great for us. Yo, Andy the Lab, what's going on? How's it going, Deb? Hey, Barry, noticed you were live, stopping by to say hi. Hi to you. How are you? Hey, you want to see something? You'll appreciate this. This is just a tester, and also I left out one of the effects I meant to leave in there. I'm just testing out some graphics for this. Yeah? What do we think? All from scratch. I just like to... Sometimes I go down a YouTube rabbit hole where I'm just like watching tutorials and doing cool stuff in Photoshop. And yeah, it's all from scratch. Yeah. And I have like probably about, I don't know, 3,000 fonts installed at this point, just because they're so much fun. But what do we think about the branding here, the imagery? It's like splash screen kind of thing. I've already done like an animation with this about how it's gonna like come out and stuff. But like, yeah, what do you think? Looking at the Twitch chat real quick, Ignis Pluvius. Hello, quick question on how much of a bottleneck. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even gonna. How would I know that? I'm not a bottleneck calculator. Those exist. Google bottleneck calculator. I appreciate your faith in me. That is to say that there's too much of it, and I can't just do that off the top of my head. Especially with a processor that's like 5 years old. Why would I wouldn't just know that. Dark Force 2008, hi Braithorn, just hanging out. Me too. Love that. H Killing Gaming, hey Braithorn, got a question. Could you theoretically build a PC without a case and it still work fine? Yes. It's called a test bench. I've actually done that on a large piece of plywood before, but you got to have like you got to measure out where all your standoffs for the motherboard are going to go and all that. But yeah, I've done that. I made my own test bench. It was cool. Do you ask if someone wants or prefers Intel or AMD or NVIDIA? Oh, you like it? Cool. I'm glad you like it. Photoshop is not free, Hayden Allen. Adobe would never. Hayden, you asked if someone prefers Intel or AMD or NVIDIA. Well, instead, I have people fill out that form, and I go off of that, and then I make a recommendation because I know the three. Well, I mean, I guess they all three make GPUs now, but like only 2 of those have platforms with CPU and motherboard, or whatever. I'll usually go by the form, and I mean the form it's super helpful when it comes to this stuff. I know I'm getting derailed. I am sorry about that, but like just having this information is like so sick. Having these stats for what I'm doing, it's really helpful. Look at this. 49.1% of the people who asked for help want to stream. That's good to know. Hey Elgato, hello. That's half of my audience right there wants to stream. I have talked to them. I just didn't follow up. It's actually on me. And then 38% of that has been dropping, though, but 38% of y'all want to do content creation and video editing. Sick. But no, the form here, that's what it's for. It's just so that you tell me what you're going to be using your PC for, what your budget is. I need to put in the question whether you're going to upgrade your PC or get a new one when the time comes, because that tells me if you're going to upgrade your PC at some point, you should be on AMD right now. There you go. It's just things like that. It's never, I won't ask people, hey, what preconceptions do you have? Like, what bias do you have? Let's go by that. I would rather get the information that helps me determine what I would recommend. That's what I go by. Deb, I'm so excited. Things are falling into place with this thing. They're really falling into place with it. Can't wait. When you do that, you sound like Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks, which is funny.
Now, I know you're not talking about this one, but I will say I do prefer this voice. It's quite nice. It relaxes me when I use it, okay? Like, this is good for everybody. I don't know why I can't just sound like this all the time. Why? I mean, I know, I was blessed with the beautiful beard, the nice shiny bald head. That's great. But like, please, can I just sound like this all the time? Please. And with the echo too, with that reverberation. You hear that? Why can't I just sound like that, even outdoors? That would be amazing.
Anyway, don't get me wrong. I like my voice. I'm happy with it. Whatever. Okay, back to what we were doing. The voices are fun. I do have a lot of fun with that. I just wish my Rodecaster Pro 2 worked better. It's got problems. We were looking at motherboards. I'm sorry. I get distracted. I do that. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. I shouldn't be doing it that way. It opens 2 tabs that way. I don't get it. I do not understand. Now, I will say some of the newer motherboards coming out from Gigabyte and such are getting 5 gigabit Ethernet ports, which I think is perfect. Most places don't even have higher than 1 gig internet. Like if we look at this guy right here, this might have it. Nope. I'm wrong. I'm lying. I lied to you. I lied to your face. 2.5. Whatever. Maybe it's an AMD board thing, but it honestly doesn't matter. Nobody needs more than 2.5 gig anyway. I'm just picky. So it'll come down to aesthetics as well, like whichever one you prefer the most. Most of these are going to be fine for your needs. The only reason I don't really like the MPG Carbon is because of this. If you look at the board, because you said that you want to stream. Remember, we have this right here. This tells us everything we need to know to help give you a really good recommendation, right? And in here, you want to do gaming, streaming, content creation / video editing, and graphic design. So, to me, that means PCIe add-in cards, whether it's for extra I/O or for a capture card, or even the sky's the limit. There's a lot of things that you can add in once you really get serious about these things, or maybe you already are. M.2 carrier cards, so you can add more storage to your video editing workstation, right? That's also your gaming PC. Anyway, when you look at this board, they actually put 2 M.2 drives at the top above the GPU port here, the GPU PCIe slot, all right? That means that whatever GPU you get at a $6,500 budget is going to be a massive honking GPU, and that's going to block you from putting anything down here in these 2 ports that you need. Whereas if we go with, say, the X670E, it's in the standard position right up there where it's moved down by 1, and then you have room to put in at least 1 X16 card that's usually going to be like an X4. I personally use a Camlink Pro from Elgato that gives me 4 cameras. For when I'm doing unboxings and stuff, I really do need that. And that would not work in that other one. It would just cover up one of the fans for the GPU too much. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. So I'd say go with this guy right here. Even though there's only 2 in stock, which could be 0 in stock, you'll find out when you get there. I sure took a long time with that. I am very sorry. That's okay. You'd be a good narrator with that voice. I'm a good narrator with this voice. I'm just sick right now. I'm already good. Come on. Come on. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm just not feeling well. I am feeling better than I was yesterday. There is that, thankfully. Yesterday, I could, like, breathing tickled, felt funny. I didn't like it. Okay. RAM. Well, we're going to give you 64 gigs at least. Okay. I want to see if we can get you a, there it is, 96 gig kit. Oh, baby. That's what I'm rocking right now because a buddy of mine, friend of the channel, Jake from Kingston, he had meant to send me a kit earlier so I could, take a look at it, show you guys it. But he couldn't do it. So right there at CES, he just reached into his backpack. Here's your kit. Sorry about that. I'm like, dude, you're amazing. Thank you. So now you can get 2 48 gig sticks of RAM. 48 gigs times 2, 96 gigs of RAM right there. So that's what we're going to go for here. Now, the downside, like, I don't like the new Dominator Titanium. I think that they made some subjective to my taste. Like, it could have been really nice. They decided not to do that. They decided to make it look really weird and way too tall, like Corsair. Calm down. But I do know that newer kits of I had a bad experience with an early kit of G.Skill Trident Z5 that was 6,000 megatransfers per second. Many other people have had good experiences with it, so sure, we'll go with that. I've been told 6400 is the new sweet spot for AMD if you get the latest Agisa, which you're going to build your PC, so I'm sure you're familiar with that stuff. Or you might not be. Well, it's basically what you load into the motherboard to get it up to date. Oh, what's up? How's it going, Tony? How's it going? Welcome, buddy. Yeah, I'm not feeling too well, but we're streaming anyway, man. Show must go on. See that guy right there? Tony Nave right there over in the YouTube chat. Best DM I ever had. Miss those days, man. We always talk about it. What do you think about ABS pre-built? Says Insane X. Well, I'm not a fan of Newegg in general, just because of how things went since they sort of sold the company to an overseas parent company that is overseas, and their priorities shifted. And this was back in the day when they were competing with Tiger Direct. And then they decided, well, Tiger Direct went the way of the dodo. And Newegg was like, hey, cool, we can do whatever we want now. And they do. Until they get caught by Gamers Nexus and they're on their best behavior for a year and a half, and then they're going to start doing their stuff again. I don't trust them. So ABS is the in-house system integrator for Newegg. However, I do know that there has, like, maybe half a year ago or a little longer, they got new leadership for the pre-built division of Newegg, and it's someone I trusts. So maybe that side of things is good. I just don't know. I don't have enough testimonials in the SI testimonials section of the Discord. First person reporting coming back saying, hey, they're good, or hey, they're not. I don't know. I just worry about RMAs. Fear Murda. It's going to depend where you fall on the list. We have 2 other people. The list is right here. This is where everybody's sort of sitting right here. We're doing this one right now. And then we have these 2 near the bottom. So if you filled it out way earlier, you would probably be next, I guess. But you also came in a lot later than the other 2, so I might need to do theirs first. Anyways, back to what I was doing. I do need to finish this. If I keep answering questions and like stopping what I'm doing, I'm never going to get through any of these. Okay, Ignis Pluvius. After all that stuff that you were asking, there's a paragraph that Stream Elements dropped in the Twitch chat. Click that link, fill out that form if you want to get help. Because there's this many people who've been waiting for help. Can't really cut the line. Although a lot of them aren't here, to be fair. But at least 4 of them are, other than the person I'm helping right now. Okay. Deb, I know that you're probably, if you're like me, you can't hang out in streams very often. I know that's how I am because I'm always working or exhausted. But I am thrilled that you stopped by. And it was amazing to see you, of course, at CES. You're the best. Oh, Tony just said get better. I mean, I'm trying. I'm taking my medicine. There you go. I'm trying. It sounded like a command. I'm like, hey, come on. Wherever you say graphic design, you mean like Photoshop or logo making, right? Yes, graphic design, yeah. Illustrator, programs like that. I bought a 4090 i9 13900 KF 32 gig ABS build. It's solid. Good. I would not like it if it came in and it was gaseous or liquid. Geez, that would be bad. Braythorn sent you a DM with some possibly relevant info. I'll have to check that out. Right now, I have to. I keep getting distracted. TJ, has Jake sent you any of those 96 gig kits? Because I've been rocking one since I got back from CES. It is amazing, dude. I love it. Oh, okay. So I don't think. Let's just do this. I don't think that they do have 4090s. And you know what? They're retail, baby. Retail price. MSRP. I mean, high MSRP, but that's because they're like, this is the Supreme Liquid. That one is almost $2,000 by default. But you got the, well, actually, this 1819, I think, is a little higher than the MSRP of the PNY version. I think that one was very close to NVIDIA's MSRP. But no, they got 4090s over there. What's going on over there in Madison Heights? I've looked at like 3 micro centers since I started streaming again after the shortages started, and none of them had 4090s. So lucky you. Seriously, if you want, there might be some people in the Discord who, if they found out you can get these for retail and ship them to them, they would be very happy to get that kind of help. I remember that happening during the shortages. Some people were helping others out in the Discord like that, and it was really, really cool. So this is the one that's closest to actual MSR, the original MSRP, PNY NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 Verto triple fan. If you were looking at something like the one that's a Supreme Liquid that has a radiator, we would need to look at what case you're going to have and make sure that it would accommodate that. Okay. We tested the 96 gig kits we like. I'm using it right now, and I got to tell you, I've been doing some I've been showing this to like all throughout the stream, but look at that. Look at that, man. I used that RAM to make this. That's why it came out good, probably. Hey, I didn't start out as a graphic designer, but gosh dang it, I might be becoming one slowly. Right? Yeah, you know my aesthetic. That's like my aesthetic all over the place. It was actually only like an 8-minute tutorial to learn how to make that chrome look on the letters. It's all from scratch. It's really cool. Go back to the video card here. Which do you prefer? I mean, do you have the budget to go for a Strix if you want to, and you won't find them usually at this price. I mean, we're looking at closer like, I mean, what does a Strix card run these days for a 4090? A lot. Strix to pair with motherboard? Sure. I should have read that earlier. Insane X, I think I was, yeah, I don't know if I was clear enough about it. I don't really want to send people to Newegg if I don't have to. And if you get it and it works out for you, that's awesome. It's just their behaviors, including when they had the meeting with Gamers Nexus, all the just corporate talk, they refused to just not do corporate speak. And it was like, guys, just admit you messed up clearly. None of these excuses. Like, why can't anyone? It's like against corporate policy to say you were wrong, you'll do better. What the hell? That was really aggravating. Okay, so we're going to get you some big honkin' storage here. Of course, you have a lot of M.2 sockets on that motherboard. You have a decent amount, at least 3, okay? But we're still going to give you a large primary drive because we can, because you have the budget for it. Capacity. We could go 4 or 8, honestly. Let's see what the prices are like, though, because storage has been going up in price. Damn, Samsung, that's kind of a cool-looking heatsink there. Anyway, okay. I do like the Inland Performance Plus. They're very nice. But if you look at it, I mean, it's, of course, fitting that much storage onto a little drive it's not a thing where like, oh, if you buy more, it costs you less. No, the price goes up. Starting with a 4 terabyte, you're going to be pressed to run out of space on that. Except that you're doing video editing. There is that to consider. Strix 4090, $20.99 retail MSRP for black and $21.99 for the white, I think, for the OC version. This was $19.99? Hell yeah. It might not be the overclock version, but like, it's a few FPS. It's not a huge difference. Tax season, baby. Oh boy. What do I need to start making logos? Hayden Allen, get GIMP. It is a free version, free image editor. Okay. GIMP, and it's not my favorite name to say of a software suite, but I mean, that's what it is. It's a program called GIMP. And that right there is like, it's kind of like Photoshop, and also Paint has come a long way. You have transparency. You have like AI generative stuff going on in there too in Paint, in Microsoft Paint. But GIMP is more powerful than that. I don't know if it has generative AI stuff, but I mean, you don't really need that unless you do. Anyway, let's look at the speeds on this. This right here is going to give you that. Yeah, there we go. 7,200 megabytes per second sequential reads and 6,300 megabyte per second sequential writes. 4 terabytes for $279 is nuts. That's very, very good. And then we have 309 for a 4 terabyte Samsung 990 Pro, which is faster. But I'm going to recommend, though you can change this up for any of them that you want if you want to do that. Are there any of these that are actually 8? I don't think there are any 8 terabyte drives here. Did I miss that? Yeah, no, there aren't. Oh, there is. The Inland Performance Plus. Yeah, there's that. Just that one. So I'm going to say Inland Performance Plus 4 terabyte, unless you want to go higher. Like, you can go with the Samsung if you want to. What are the speed differences? I might just recommend that anyway. It's a pretty solid speed difference. I mean, you won't notice it all the time, just sometimes, but let's just go with the Samsung. Let's just do that. TJ, I wish Kingston had not pulled out a Micro Center because I always like to recommend their RAM and storage. Anytime I can recommend something and not worry about it afterwards, not feel like I shouldn't have recommended it, that's nice. I look for that kind of thing. So far, we have a 7950X 3D. Before you question me, TJ, but I'm in Twitch chat. You have TJ Abel, owner of Alexander PCs, is there. They want to upgrade in the future, and we know LJ 1700 is reaching end of life, which for some people it's fine. They get the ultimate expression of that platform, and then they get to rock that until it's time for them to buy a new computer. But for those who like to upgrade, though not many will upgrade their CPUs, I like to leave the door open for them. Could you do mine next? I filled out the form. My name is... I already answered that before. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I think the white Strix 4090 is beautiful, but it is $19.99. So is this one. It's $19.99 as well. Okay. I might throw a massive hard drive on here because you're going to need a lot of mass storage. Honestly, what you should probably do is get like 2 of these. I mean, look, we barely put a dent in your budget, okay? Get like 2 of these right here. One's going to be your main drive, your primary drive, operating system, your game library, whatever, your programs, and whatever projects you're working on at that time. Split it all up, get it all organized. And then, or you can have your second drive be where you stage all of your running projects, any footage you want to access quickly. But then you get like an 18 terabyte or larger hard drive for when you're done with a project and you're storing it. You might eventually want to think about just having a NAS drive or something, or just external storage for that, or cloud storage to have redundancy. But that's just, I'm talking to the content creator part right now. Okay, let's talk about the PSU, then we'll go back to the case. And I mean, we can go crazy on this. Like this is like when you go into character creation and max out all your settings. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Let's just turn off compatibility filter and only go for the highest wattage power supplies, I guess. As long as it's rated highly too. Seasonic USA Prime TX 1300 plus titanium is always a good bet. But is this the one that has the newer connectors? You're going to want that. You're probably going to want a custom cable for that too, instead of using adapter. It just depends, Cole. It depends on how long it takes me to get through each one. I don't cut anybody off. I don't really do that, but oh, this is a nice. I don't cut anybody off. I try not to go too quick, but the MSI MEG power supplies have been consistently getting top tier scores from the PSU tier list, PSU cultist tier list. But then again, every one of these here has been getting really good scores. I'm not sure about the tough power, but I believe so. I don't know about the super flower, but this is the price point where they get to throw everything at it. $1,300 titanium or 1,600 platinum. What about connections? Do you have it? No, it does not have it. Okay, they don't have any of like the newer. I guess they don't have the newer Seasonics. So you can go with this big honking Corsair one. This one might have it. Let's see. Two 12VH PWR cables, 2 of them. Cut to John Cena. Are you sure about that? Yay, thank you for showing a picture of your ports. Awesome. So like where? So it's not a native port. Basically, you're going to get probably an adapter that plugs into these. Let's see that. Yeah. So it's like the Corsair thing. Man, Seasonic, why did he like these 12VH PWR cables? Okay, let's just try to get we can't get a closer look. We'll just have to do this. All right. These cables are the most like prominent cables in the system. They're right by the glass. And these are like the rest of these look nice. They're like combed, they're individually like separated, right? But like cables like these are why PC Building Simulator thinks all cables are a string with a big connector on the end. Like this does not look good. Seasonic, come on. That is a crazy awesome power supply though, but yeah, it's just an adapter. I would rather have something that has the native connector. I'd rather suggest something that has a native connector, if you ask me. Although Corsair has a good solution where they managed to get it with 2 8-pin PCIe power connectors. Let's go with system like this. We're not cutting corners. There's no way. But I don't like to cut corners on any system. But let's see here. Okay, MEG AIP is gold rated tier A high end. Yeah, baby, there you go. Right at the top of the list. Nicely done, MSI. Credit where credit is due. Look at that. Top rated. Now it's only says 1 in stock. That could be 0, but I'm going to go ahead and select this one. It is cheaper than the others, and it's one of the top rated power supplies on the PSU Cultist tier list. Hell yeah. Last time I remember checking that one, it was in a speculative position. So it's always nice to see that go ahead and take its place on the list. What's the point of a 1600 watt PSU? To give the capacity for providing 1600 watts if necessary. Seasonic TR2 has ATX 3.0. Does it now? Oh, it's also like 50% higher price than this and equally highly rated. Right? Did we look for that on the list here? Seasonic. Which one did you say? TR2. Interesting. Maybe it's in a speculative position. It probably is. No. Seasonic, y'all okay? What's going on? Look, these guys are not biased, man. Like if it's not up there, it's not up there. But let me see. That's just, you got me curious now. Focus SPX. I mean, that's a high rating for that, but that's not the one we're talking about. Seasonic took a while to get their ATX 3.0 or PCIe 5.0 power supplies out, and now there's ATX 3.1, 3.2 or 3.1 or whatever. Ugh. Okay. I know I should just Control F to find it, but I ain't seeing it. Unless that was a typo? Was TR2 a typo? Because I'm not seeing anything denoting TR anywhere. I see TX. There's TX, 1300 and 1600 watt. Are you sure it's TR? It's not even in a speculative position, so I'm not comfortable recommending it. Look, I'm not here with a massive PSU tester reviewing PSUs or collating PSU reviews like these guys do. I go by what they say, pretty much. It's just safer for me and for you guys. So, not there. But, guess what? Bam, that one is. So that's what we're going with. Look, if a company makes a good product, they make a good product. It doesn't matter if they make a bad product in another category or great products in every category but one. Besides, this also says ATX 3.0 compatible, which this one has, which is one of the reasons I recommended it. So we're good. We don't need to think about it anymore. We're good. But thank you for pointing that out. I'll keep an eye out for it on the list, see when it pops up. So now we got that. Yay, we can move on. Let's look at the case. Now, smoke. You only want streamers for sure. No one's going to see the power supply. You don't need to get the ROG Thor for that. You can, I guess, if you want to, but yeah. What kind of case do you want? How are you doing this? How's this thing supposed to look? Are you wanting something massive, medium-sized? Don't tell me small form factor, because I would have to redo your build completely, and that would just mean, like, you know what? Good luck. That's something I should probably put in the questions. Anyway, what kind of case has been on your mind? What are you thinking about? You don't have to get it from here. Sky is the limit. Also, speaking of which, there's a Sky 2, but I wouldn't use that one for this system. It's a little bit too high on the heat output for me to be comfortable with that. I do know you said you wanted a black system, so let me narrow it down by that. Man, I'm not feeling well. I'm feeling kind of sick and all that, but I love doing this. I really do. I know I'm still in the first one. I know, but we're getting there. We're getting there. They got the Hyperion. You want the Asus ROG look to continue? Get yourself the Hyperion. There you go. G500A is a great case. It really, honestly, you're getting top tier quality for not top tier price. It's a good mid-range price, but we are looking at a $6,500 computer here. So something like a $400 case is not outside the realm of being reasonable. I love this intro. Sorry, I got to crank this a little bit. Remind me to turn it back down. We're not going mini, not at this point. See, I remembered. They have the O11 Vision. They got that one, which is a mid tower with lots of glass, if that's what you want. But you're running well, okay, the 7950X3D is not going to run as hot as like a 14900K, but it can run pretty hot, and your cooling capacity will determine the performance. They got the H6 Flow. I love that case. They got the King 95 though for 109, like, and you just choose your own fans anyway. Like, look at this thing. I just want to show this to you. Like, this thing is so sick. That is actually a curved piece of tempered glass, and you can replace it with a mesh that matches that. Basically, you take the glass off, put the mesh on, and this bracket right here can flip out to give you front intake, and you still have side intake. It's sick. For the price, there's like, it's one of the best. But, you know, it is also very Lian Li-like, so that you probably just want to go straight up Lian Li. And they have that. I gotta say, I'm happy with the O11 Vision's price, even though it doesn't come with any fans. Like, they could have priced that higher, I think. O11 Dynamic Evo, it's hard to go wrong with that, but the Vision gives you that perfectly clear corner, if that's what you're wanting. Oh, DC's says, well, I'm not saying that they don't sell it. I just didn't see it on the tier list. But if it's a TX 1300 watt that has a TR2 sub-model number, sub-designator or whatever, that I did not know. It was listed to me as the TR2. So that's what I was looking for. Sorry. Besides, it's not your computer. It's okay. This is a perfectly highly rated PSU. They're 1300 watts. Is totally fine. Let's do the Vision. All right. So we're gonna open this up here, and we're gonna make sure we get the right number of fans for this. You might want to go with Lian Li fans. All right. We'll see if they have them. You might need to order them. Because Lian Li does sell the fans with the reverse airflow, which looks a lot nicer, and you might just want to order the proper fans for it. They can be sometimes hard to find, but you shouldn't have a problem with that. I mean, if you're piecing this thing together, the problem is, like, a lot of the stuff is going to be right there waiting for you. And, oh, they only had one of these. Well, Seasonic's going to make a good choice either way if they don't have the MSI one. Okay. Let's look at our liquid cooling options. They have the white LCD one. Do they have the black? They do have the black LCD one. You could also go with an Asus AIO if they have it. There's the Ryujin 3 right there. Does not have RGB fans, but you swap those out and then you're good. The problem, though, is, I mean, you're going to have Armory Crate anyway. And then with Lian Li, you have to have Lian Li's software. Let's take a look at this really quick. I want to see fan compatibility. Cooling supported radiator sizes. Up to 360 on the side. Internal. So you're going to want to put your AIO's radiator on the side as intake, okay? Because you can't put it on the top as exhaust because that's glass on this case. So, and you don't want to put the radiator on the bottom. That's for freaking sure. Ranger, check the description of the stream and you'll see what you need to do if you're looking for assistance. So use Matchmaker form a couple times now, but I'd like to be in it again. How would I do that? I realize it seems like, I swear, I'm not away from my position in the queue. I mean, this is all the people in white are all the ones who have not gotten any help yet. If you've been through twice, maybe go to the tech questions forum on the Discord and have them augment the recommendation you've already gotten, okay? Should be easy for them because there's already most of it there. When we had the queue before, you couldn't go through it twice. I would not allow that. Here you've done that already, so, or you've submitted to it twice, so let's not do a third time, okay? I appreciate you, and thank you for being straightforward with that, but that's going to be my recommendation there. Definitely Lee, okay. Kraken 360, I want smoke. I'm going to tell you something right now. You are basically telling me that you want to have Lee fans and a Lee fan controller. You're going to have an Asus motherboard, so that requires Armory Crate. And then you're going to need NZXT Cam to run your AIO. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say I'm not going to recommend that. That's 3 pieces of software you need to manage for your RGB and stuff. Let's not do that. Go with Asus or go with Lee. That's going to be my recommendation. And here, look, here's the Infinity 360 is that the one with the screen? Yeah, it is. This one has a screen on it and everything. There you go. All we got to do is get more Infinity fans, and you're golden. 1010 says, dude, just get a Dell. 1010, you just came in, so I'm not going to time you out. But that does trigger me. It does trigger me a little bit. If that was the goal, well done. I'm messing with you. Okay. I'm going to tentatively select this right here, but yeah, don't get 3 different. You want to unify your software as much as you can, basically. Hayden Allen says you could use Signal RGB for everything. You're going to have, if you have an Asus motherboard, you're going to have Armory Crate. And if you're trying to unify all that, you could go with like Corsair stuff because they have intercompatibility. But yeah. You know what I would do with the Lee Vision? I would get the thick Q60. Hell yeah. Because you have a 240 mount on the back. I would totally do that. Oh, that would be so sick. That's the height AIO that launched at CES, and they're not joking around when they say thick. With the fan and radiator combined, it's like over 80 millimeters thick. So that 240 can cool the equivalent of a 360. Anyway, whatever. Let's get your fans going. We got to get to the next one after this, so let me just try to focus in and get this done. Case fans. Unifan SL Infinity. There you go. Do they have the reverse flow? You know, I'm just going to do an incognito window. Newegg is really bad about trying to dox you. It's not great. Okay. Might need to check Amazon. God, look at the tubes on RGB tubes on the AIO directly. That's pretty cool. I put the aftermarket ones on before. It's a pain in the butt. It looks cool though. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take this, and we're gonna go to just there. Oh, now it pops up. Are they not in stock? Why did it pop up here? Because I didn't put the space between uni and fan. Great. There you have it. They do have them at Newegg. For just like buying fans, Newegg is fine. I'm not worried about that. But also, I would recommend like 3 packs rather than single fans. So the benefit of this is that you get to have the nice pretty side of the fan facing in where you look into the case, but it's still doing intake. It's still pulling air in. So that's why you get the reverse flow fans. See that? There you go. So if I just take this, pop it in here, the 3 packs should pop up if they have it. Bouquet? Guess they don't. B&H, you got us? That's not reverse flow. It's not reverse flow. Pay attention. I guess they just sell them in single, maybe they just sell them in single fan packs. I don't know. Here's a reverse and it's in a single fan pack. Like, bro. Well, it'll cost you, I guess, but like, it's going to look really, really good. B&H is low-key a great place to buy PC parts. I've bought them there before and gotten a better deal than I could elsewhere. Temporarily out of stock. Thank you for popping that up for me, Google. Appreciate that. You can get your streamers at the same time in case they don't have them over there. But give me a okay, here. It might be here. Let's look. Triple pack. Is it reverse though? No. There's white and black in reverse, but they don't have it in a 3 pack. There you go. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to buy 6 of those. There you go. But they have one at, you'll need to get it from Newegg because they only have one of them on Amazon. Nice job, Amazon. Well done. What RGB DDR4 RAM would you recommend? Kingston. Yeah, your handle, your name. You know, it says Ranger right there. You put Ranger because that's what I see when you talk. So I would need whatever pops up there. Poppy seeds, I don't know if it's a scam. That's kind of a difficult question for people because like they're putting themselves out there. If you get scammed, if I said, nah, it's not a scam, how do I know? I've literally been here talking about how much I don't like Newegg. And I worry about them scamming you guys. I'm not going to be here be like, nah, that one product, you're good. If you're looking just for fans or something that's hard to find elsewhere, Newegg is probably fine. But a whole system, nah. That's a no from me. Anyway, that's what you're going to need. You need some reverse flow fans. Oh, man, I want to sneeze, but I don't want to sneeze. Wait. They have 11 of them in stock. Oh, that's SLV2. Damn it. It doesn't match the fans that come on the radiator. I swear I'm driving myself crazy here. I'm going to go crazy. I need to just finish this. Lian Lee. Okay? Just please have the reverse flow fans in the 3 pack. Please, man, for me. No. Whatever. That's what I recommend. Get the Infinity ones with reverse flow. You can find them on Newegg. You get those. You're good to go. You can order your streamers at the same time too if you want. There you have it. Okay, we'll skip that here, but you will need them to do your build. So do that soon. All right, we'll skip that for now. We have way too much money left, man. We're at 4489 with a 7950X 3D and a 4090 Strix. All right, so what the heck? Operating system, don't bother spending $120 on the operating system. Just download the Windows Media Creation tool, put it on a flash drive, get the version of Windows 11 that you want, and you do need Windows 11 in order for your core parking to work on the 7950X 3D, okay? You need Windows 11. And then get a key from my YouTube sponsor, VIP CDK Deals. Every System Integrators Weekly episode has a link to them, and you'll spend like $15-20 instead of $120. Not that you need to look out for that, but I mean, you should still. No reason to throw money away. All right. That's your build, dude. There you go. If you want, get a few of these. Sure. They have 25 plus in stock, but that's your build. Monitor? No, that's not part of the deal. There are other people waiting. It just took a long time. Nice try, though. I don't review monitors, not typically anyway. There we go. MSI might change that. They might send me a monitor review, and if that's the case, if I like it, I'll just say to everyone, yeah, buy that one monitor. There you go. Okay, just grab this, copy it. And I'm going to drop it in here. There we go. Oop. I was thinking to drop it in the other one, but this is fine for now. Okay, good to go. Next person was going to be Bobcat21. Bobcat, you still here? No problem. Let us know how that system turns out. Post it up in the rigs channel in the Discord when you're done. I want to see this thing. It's going to look sick. Are you cool with just hunting down those reverse flow infinity, Lianli Unifan infinities? I could grab you a link, I guess. Let me do that real quick. Just take a second, because I had it up on the thing. There it is. All right. I'll just give you this on the side. Just notate that, put it in a notes app or something. Okay. Just save that link. Bobcat is here. Sweet. Niger Panda, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, someone gifted you a sub earlier. I like when that happens because then, like, it's like a call. It's a call out to you, like, come, return. You're part of the swarm. Glad to have you back. Remember when Newegg dimed all of their customers out to the government to collect taxes? I avoid Newegg now. Look, this is an extremely hard to find part. If not for that, I wouldn't be recommending it. Oh, by the way, the good thing with the AIO that I recommended, you get the hub that can control all of these. So you don't need to have a 3-pack to get the hub. But yeah, for me, people ask me, should I get an ABS system from Newegg? No. Don't buy something like that from Newegg. That's too many variables. It's too many things that can go wrong, and then you have to deal with their RMAs. No. Or anything complex, but just like some fans. At that point, if you can't find it anywhere and you go to Newegg to get it, you're using them. They're not taking advantage of you. You're taking advantage of them and the fact that they have a lot of stuff in stock. Anyway. All right, Bobcat, let's get this done. Leave that up in case I need to go back there. Let's do a slightly darker color there. There we go. Okay, so let's see if they've updated it. All right, I want to see if Skytech has updated it. I went to the first one. It's the first one. No, I didn't mean to do that. Nope. There we go. Kane 1234. Day's going good. Yeah. Nigeria Panda says, yeah, Falcon Northwest. What? What about them? He was here earlier. Oh, Falcon Northwest. You're talking about who gifted a sub. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Skytech, can you just like hurry up? Their site is so slow. Probably because I'm trying to open 2 pages from them, which is just asking too much. I think they self-host, and I think that's why it's slow. It's whatever. Okay, so we can look at pre-built, pre-configured ones and see if the 4070 Ti Super is already integrated into their builds. Let's find out. It doesn't, let me see. It doesn't look like it from here. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. All right. 2,500 is the budget. And look at that. With a thermal take case. That's a sweet case too. But let me see what the color you wanted for your system. That's not the right, wait, what happened? Dang it. That's wrong one. All right, back to this. Okay, 2,500. You want your system to be... It is for gaming, streaming, and work stuff. So just gaming and streaming. And you want it to be black. Well, that's... Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a quick look then. Let's take another look. Let's see here. So they got these, and they are still under budget in the 011 Dynamic, 14th Gen i7, and a 4070 Ti Super. I ain't mad at that. Not at all. Why do they call it that, though? Why do they call it Intel i7 14th? Why don't they just say 14700? Ah, because there's no K in there. Aha, Skytech. Real sneaky. Real sneaky. I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that at all. Also, this is the older 011 Dynamic, but it's still a great case. It's fine. Doesn't have the newer updates and stuff, but whatever. What are they going to... Should they all be in a landfill? No. 4070 Ti Super, 32 gigs DDR5, 5600, 360 millimeter AIO, 14700F. What you're using yours for is gaming and streaming. That can totally handle that in 1440p, no problem. And it's under budget by like a solid amount. No, it's there. They've got it. You're good to go. How do you prefer your donations? Well, I don't have that on the YouTube side of things. It's on the Twitch. On the Twitch page, there's a tab for it, but I honestly, though Micro Center doesn't, I don't have a coupon code with Micro Center. But generally, if you use a coupon code through when you're getting your PC, it means you can save. This is an answer for Smoke, by the way. It means you can save money and support the channel. That way, I get a lot less weird about it because generosity always weirds me out. But it is on the Twitch page. Here, I guess I should see. I'm not the type to be like, hey, if you want to send me money, here's the link in like a YouTube stream description. But since you asked, I'll give you the link real quick. And it's down here. There we go. That's the one. You don't have to do that though, but there it is. I don't think I even have an alert that goes up for it. That's how much I'm like, y'all don't need to throw money at me, man. I'm having fun. Like, this is fun. I came over to Twitch for that, and Roby's still going. I kind of want to see. I'm jealous because he built in the King 95, and it's so sick. That is just in white. It looks. Look at this. Look at this thing. If you can see it, because my big dumb head's gonna be in the way. Look at how clean that case looks in white. It's ridiculous. It is really clean. Of course, Roby can build a heckin' clean PC in record time. The man is he is a monster. Now look at that score though, 14700K. Okay, so another thing we could do, we could try going through the custom builder through Skytech if you want, and then you get to watch it being built live on stream. If you'd like that, Bobcat, we can go do that. But if you want to look at other options, we can do that as well. But there's tons of RGB in here. You're covered there. We can just do this real quick. Rex Ramstead, how's it going? Welcome. Smoke, I'm actually really excited to see how that PC turns out. That's gonna look sick. That's the thing is I want to build more PCs. I don't, it's not my content, so I don't get to do it. But with the new series, I get to at least upgrade one, and it's going to be fun. And you guys are going to come along for the ride and learn how to upgrade your own pre-builts. And it's going to be this show right here, baby. Freaking heck yes. I want to go into Wallpaper Engine. And I'm going to make an animated wallpaper for this that maybe you guys might want to check out. It'll be pretty sick. I'm thinking about doing like the grid, you know, the sort of vaporwave look with the grid and the sunset in the background. Yeah. Anyway. All right, so what are we doing? It is a little more expensive to get it custom built, of course. That's how that goes. Question for you real quick. Oh, by the way, someone tell me if because I don't have anything audible for my... Why aren't my alerts audible, by the way? Because I have monitoring off, that's why. Okay. Now I will be able to hear if anything goes through. Poppy Cruz, Braithorn, aka the Godfather. Is that my AKA? Been giving out free consultations and free help for so long. Look, I did this for my friends and it was fun, like way back in the day. So why not do it for the whole internet? It's awesome. Now, 7800X3D, you can game and stream on this thing, but it's you know, it's not that great for productivity stuff. If you decide like, you know what, I don't want to just stream, I want to get into editing video, this is not the thing to do. But my question to you, Bobcat, is would you want to upgrade it down the line? Is that something you'd want to do? If that's the case, you should go with AMD. That's what I was going to say. Because Intel is end of line for LGA 1700. That means if you're not the type to upgrade your PC, you're just going to use it for years, and when you're done with it, like it needs upgrading, you just buy another one and maybe donate this one, give it to someone else, give it to your cousin, whatever. Then you're getting LGA 1700. You're getting that Intel platform at its peak. Like the ultimate expression of that LGA 1700 socket and the CPUs that go in it, right? That's one way to look at it. Like anytime there's a new platform, there are growing pains. And this, they've worked out all that stuff. Okay, then you go AMD. So what we would do is probably start with a 7600X, which you can upgrade very easily. And this summer, now this June, they may be announcing the next line of CPUs. So if you have a choice to not overdo it on a Ryzen CPU, don't. You don't need to. That goes for you too. Actually, Smoke, if you don't want to go for the 7950X3D. You can go with something that's a little bit lower end for now. You're not worried about your budget, I know, but still, it's an option. But that'll help you save money in the beginning. And you wanted a black system, okay? Lots of options for that. But you want a lot of RGB, so I would say maybe the Prism 3. Or do they have the Fantex case? Well, they have the NB7, but only in white for some reason, and I don't know why. I also have the Prism 3 in red. An SOP1 in red. It looks nice. I would say the one with the most RGB is going to be the Prism. Oh, but the G550S is nice, but it doesn't come with RGB fans. Okay, we got that. We got the AIO. You're going to be streaming, so you do need a decent motherboard. That's quite a jump, though, from the Asus Prime to the X670E Tai Chi. But let's take a look at this guy right here, X670-P Wi-Fi. Hello. I'm just going to look at the I/O real quick. I mean, it could be worse. That's not bad. Is that a gigabit port? No, it's 2.5 gig. Okay, I'm used to those being blue. But okay. All of the Type A USB ports are faster. None of them are USB 2.0. Not that that's a problem. Your mouse and keyboard don't need anything faster than USB 2.0. But then you have your two USB Type Cs added in and Wi-Fi 6E. This is actually a pretty sick motherboard for the price. Plus, you can always add in more I/O through a PCIe card later on if need be. Not everybody's like me and has to hook up like 11 devices to stream. That's just me because I do the unboxing streams and stuff that requires a lot more devices, and I use one computer for all of this. So this is okay. It's pretty good. I am curious about the X670-P Prime, though. Let's take a quick look at that. Does it have Wi-Fi? Yes. Just a quick look at this one. We'll move on soon. Don't worry, guys. Yo, this one's got a ton of I/O. Are you kidding me? For a Prime board? Dang. I mean, they cut back on one USB Type-C port, but it is USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2. So it's the 20 gig one. It's the higher end one. But then you get a lot of fast ports here. Okay, you have this. These are 10 gig. These are 5 gigabit. And then you have USB 2.0 for your mouse and keyboard, 2.5 gig Ethernet, Wi-Fi 6 though. But if you're streaming, get a hardline connection. I would actually go for this one. Not bad, Asus. Very nice for the price. Asus used to be very guilty of putting I/O behind a paywall, and that always annoyed me. Now RAM, okay, you're going with AMD. I would say minimum 6,000 mega transfers per second. That's kind of the sweet spot. If you get on the latest Agisa, it's 6,400, but you don't do that. So yeah, we'll go with the 32 gigs DDR5 6000 from Kingston, the Kingston Fury. Excellent, excellent memory right there. We're still well under budget, but we haven't picked our... Oh, look at that. We're already on the 4070 Ti Super. Look at the price, though. That's because we didn't go crazy on the CPU. You may want to jump up to a 7700X and also get 2 terabytes of storage. But there's your 4070 Ti Super. Dunyan rings. Good to go. So go with a 2 terabyte. That puts us at 2254. Remember, you're going to get a discount. You use code SWARM, SWARM. Wait, no. I forgot about this. I'm going to yell at them in the morning. This thing where there's no power supply selected. So when you select it, it jumps the price up. Because they only have the minimum price on a power supply is $350 for a 1300 watt power supply. What I would do is maybe email them about that and be like, yo, I don't need that, man. You can do like 700 watts in the 4070 Ti Super. What are you doing? I don't know if it's 700 or 750 watts, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. And then you put that money towards a 7700X. Gives you an extra 2 cores for your gaming and streaming for the meantime. And then, although the 7800X 3D is just a little bit more. But anyway, they're kind of cutting back on your options because of that crazy expensive PSU. You should be getting like maybe $150 PSU in this, not $350. So I would basically email them and be like, hey, can y'all fix that? Because I don't want a 1300 watt power supply for this. Unless you just want to get it because we're going to get you really close to the budget with the coupon code. I mean, having a 1300 watt power supply, I can't imagine. Well, no, of course they can go higher, but it's going to take a lot for GPUs to go higher requirement than 1300 watts. The case on the right looks like it's wrapped in some nylon. What? Where? Which one? Are you talking about here? Are you talking about the Prism 3? No, that's painted. That's the Neso P1, and that is a painted panels. That's what that is. If you're talking about it being vinyl wrapped, nah. I'm just, hold on. You made me, smoke made me nervous. Give me a second. Nope, okay. Okay, yeah. Smoke, you had me worried there. Man, I go into Stream Elements and they're always pushing me to play like Raid Shadow Legends. And they're like, it'd be $4,000. I'm like, nobody would respect me. How much is your respect worth? I'm not going to do that. Raid Shadow Legends understands that they are a meme. They lean into it. Like, no, I'm good. Thank you. Roby, why can't I see you on your stream? Anyway, back to business. Sorry about that, guys. Well, keep in mind, Jason, 007, when you have a 1300 watt power supply, it's not continuously cramming 1300 watts into your system. It's on demand, basically. So the system can draw up to 1300 watts of power from that. So it's not going to be continuously doing that. You'll use maybe a third of that most of the time when you're gaming. Well, depending on the power supply. But anyways, so that's what I would do. Basically, you have your whole spec thing here. And what you need to do, Bobcat, is I can't send this build to you. So just what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you this link. Go ahead and click on it. And I'll just walk you through the parts and then we're good. You just basically need to do the build, but we've got it all figured out. You could just leave the 1300 watt power supply in there, but it's cutting you back. It's keeping you from going up to a 7700X, unfortunately. You could always do your purchase and then email them and be like, hey, y'all got it. But I would rather you email them before you make a purchase and talk to them about that. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk to them about it too. So let's do this. Let me know when you're ready. Let's see if I can message them now. No, it's going to be too late for them to make changes on the website. But I think I got Jeff on Discord. Let me just message Jeff real quick. Oh man, I'm so behind on my DMs. I need to get caught up on my Discord DMs. It's like imagine if you go into your DMs on Discord and then just like right click and say mark all as unread. That's what my Discord looks like all the time. When was the last time I talked to Jeff? Stop popping up stuff. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey guys, so Deep Cool wants me to join them for. They offered to have me join them for Pal World. They're going to be live streaming their new server and stuff, and they wanted me to join them. If I streamed that tomorrow, it's like tomorrow at 1 p.m., but that might be 1 p.m. It might be 3 p.m. like my time, Central. Would y'all watch that? What was that? Oh man, I knew it. I know it. I couldn't see how much it was, but damn it. Thank you, Smoke. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Smoke, for the $20 tip. Much appreciated, my friend. I forgot that there were super thanks, but that takes a while to come through. Like they hold on to it for like a month. Where was I? I was here doing a build. I'm way too easily distracted. Okay. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that if you do a custom build like this, it is going to take longer to get your build, but you get to select to have it built live on stream. So you get to hang out while they're building it. Very, very cool. Well, yeah, but I mean, right now I'm trying to message their like CTO, their chief technology officer, and he's understandably not responding. So, let me see here. Let me see who's online in the SkyTech Discord. There are probably like 24 people in Discord DMs that I like urgently need to respond to that I just don't see because it's just flooded, man. Poppy Seeds would watch that for sure. Okay, cool. Honestly, Palworld needs to have gaming PCs in it as a buildable thing. Well, they have a lot of crazy tech in there, that's for sure. Palworld X PC Building Simulator crossover DLC. There you go. Bobcat, I will say that if you're going to do this, we do need to keep moving on. So let me know if you want to follow along with this. But yeah, if you email them, they should be pretty good about responding. Especially if you put up something in their Discord server. In their community Discord server. Or reach out to them on Twitter. But if you just email them, that should be fine. But would you like me to guide you through speccing out your system so that you'll be good to go? Gary Lee Laster, how's it going? How are you? I am okay. I'm doing pretty good. I need to hydrate, though. Man. Head's starting to hurt because of the lights. Bobcat, I do need a response as to whether you're ready to have me walk you through the... I'm saying it again. Are you on the site and ready for me to walk you through the customization? Look, they just redid their configurator to unify it amongst all... They used to have like 5 different ones. They made it all into one. So, yeah, there's going to be some issues with that. That's normal. It happens. Okay, so right now we're on the 76. Just verifying this then. If you should have let me know you were doing that. I didn't know you were doing that. You just didn't. You just like, he'll guess probably. So right now we have you on the 7600X because in a few months, 4 or 5 months. I mean, this helps you get the 4070 Ti Super, but in a few months they should be releasing the new family of CPUs. Probably at Computex, he'll at least be announcing them. If you can get the lower price PSU, then you can jump up to the 7700X, which is just a good all-around CPU for both gaming and streaming. The case, I chose a Prism 3 in black. Tons of RGB in there. You should be very happy with that. We went with the 360mm AIO. The Asus Prime X670-P Wi-Fi motherboard. A good mid-range motherboard. Also kind of on the lower end mid-range, but that has a surprisingly good amount of I/O for streaming, so that's good. The 32 gigs Kingston Fury Beast 6000. Okay. That's going to work better with your your Zen 4 CPU for one-to-one synchronization. A 2 terabyte M.2 drive. Okay. 2 terabytes is what I recommend for anything over $2,000. The downside here, the only problem we're having is that we only have very expensive power supplies as our options. One for $350 and one for $400. Just pick the lower price one. It will be a crazy awesome power supply, okay? But you don't need that. And they probably have other options. It's just not listed here for some reason. Don't ask me why. I do not know, though I did ask. We'll see if maybe I get an answer on that. No, it's late, man. They're not in the office, and these are like people's personal accounts, and they might not be looking at that, so it's okay. Sorry about that. Got caught up and forgot to say something. That's cool. Anyway, now here's the other thing. Okay, check this out. Watch this. Okay. First, of course, you can hit add to cart, and I know with that power supply, of $350 power supply, it's $26.04. Don't worry. Okay, you add to cart. It's going to take its time. Okay, and then you're just going to continue on. Proceed to checkout. Now, you'll then go in. See, I'm supposed to be able to copy link. Let me see if I can copy the link. It just doesn't usually work. When you're here, you're going to enter promo code SWARM. By the way, shipping is free. Okay, and then hit apply. Code SWARM should take off a good chunk, $78.15, right back into your pocket. Look at that. It means we're only $26 above budget before tax, and shipping is free, baby. So that kind of evens out. There you go. Now, down here, pay attention to this. Down here, there's a box here you can click to watch your custom PC built live on Twitch. You answer a few questions. Seem familiar, right? We always need to have your info if we're going to be interacting with you and helping you out with stuff. But if you select this, you get a very interactive and very cool experience where you get to be part of the experience of your PC being built, asking questions of the builders. They're very, very good at what they do, and they're very cool people. But understand, though, in order to fit you into the schedule for that, it takes a little longer for you to get your PC. Okay? Just keep that in mind. And it's on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific time. There you go. Nemus Tech, how's it going? Welcome. How's it going, buddy? Send my case off to the powder coater. The McLaren Orange. Okay. Gonna be a while getting it back because of all the race car frames in front of me. Oh, man. Get me one in... God, what's a good automotive purple? Nissan Midnight Blue. Yeah, I'll take one in Nissan Midnight Blue. That's not powder coat, though. That has to be automotive paint in order to get the flake and the chameleon effect on it. But yeah, Nissan's Midnight Blue. Like on the R34 Skyline M-Spec Noir. R34 Skyline GTR M-Spec Noir. I can't not say GTR. I have to add that in there. Anyways, you knew anyway. You knew what I was talking about. Okay. One of the best automotive paint colors ever made. Ugh, so good. So you're good. The only thing is I can't put a link here. All I can try, let's try this. I still have this window open that is in an incognito mode. What if I just put that whole link in here? Does it bring up a spec'd out system? Let's find out. Have they changed that with the new configurator? It's gonna be slow. Also, I can put in a thing to shorten the link, of course. Drop it with the pop-ups. Nope. It didn't do anything. The button, it does nothing. I can't believe they went through the trouble of making a new configurator and they did not add an option to share the build. Skytech, why are you like this? I've been asking for that for like 2 years. A year and a half, maybe. Look, the site is already chugging along. We don't want to add more work to it, I guess. Why are you flashing so much? I have my portable monitor here because it's big old light. I can't have my TIE Fighter set up like I'm used to. My setup is a mess right now, guys. It's never recovered from the move, unfortunately. As I'm hovering over the Hydrate Redeem. I'll do it. Yes, Godzilla R34. Okay, so we're ready to move on, though. Dude, what is your problem? Okay. Now the next person was going to be Chief Huncho. You still here? Chief Huncho. So I guess what I got to do here is just like, let's actually see if I can do this. There should be a summary. I'm going to just copy paste that right into the spreadsheet. There's no summary. They just want to make this as difficult for me as possible. It could just say a summary of the parts there. Like you just have to have your back end just spit that out. That's not the right terminology. Okay, I don't do web design, but like it's just fields of text. All right, let's just do. I'm just typing it all in, man. This Skytech, this is what you make me do. This is what I have to do because of you. If it's not a pre-configured system. What else was there? 2 terabyte SN850X M.2 crazy PSSU for no reason. Well, you're not. If you're going to upgrade your GPU down the line, you're not going to be limited by your power supply. That's for sure. Chief Huncho, cool. Let's get this done. Now you're going 1440p, and there are. Hold on. Wait. Okay, so you already have a 4000D. You didn't say if it was white or black though. You couldn't bring yourself, because you see, I would use this information to move forward in your parts list, picking the correct color matched parts, but you couldn't bring yourself to tell me whether you got a white or a black 4000D. Please. It's so simple. I just need to know to color match your parts. There's so many people who are just like, nah, he doesn't need that info. That's kind of personal. Is it a white or a black case, Chief Huncho? I'm sorry, I'm sick, and also I've been doing this for a little while at this point. So, how far into the stream are we? How has it only been 2 hours 13 minutes? How is that possible? It feels like it's like midnight now. It is 10:15. I'm tired today because I just not feeling well. That's how that goes. It's black. Okay. Got it. Gary Lee Laster says, what's going on? Oh, SkyTech. Yeah. Well, it's been a thing for a long time. They know I wanted that. It's just how that goes. Okay, you're ordering within a month, you're ordering within a month and you want it within a month. So, okay, you're doing a parts list. So that's fine. You're not near a micro center, so we're going to pcpartpicker.com. So you already got the case. We're going to go and select that. We're going to manually set the price to 0. Oh, you know what I just realized? I could actually save the build. That might be a good thing to do. I'm not logged in though, am I? I am logged in. Okay. Yeah, I can totally save the build, which might help keep it in posterity for people who want to see what parts I went with. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, let me actually add this over here real quick. Okay, checking this out here. $2,500 parts list. The use case, that's what I need. Gaming, streaming. Oh, it's all of it. All the things. Okay, all of the things. Gaming, streaming, content creation, video editing, and music production. Well, it's not all of them. No 3D design in there, but that's plenty. Okay. So let's go ahead and add the case and set the price manually so that we don't... Oh, what am I doing here? I wanted to go there. Nope, that's not... Too many tabs, baby. Too many tabs. I'm spoiled by this 96 gigs of RAM. I'm telling you. Okay, so let's go to the case. $4000D airflow, right? Not 4000X. So there we go. Now, is it the RGB? Does it have the RGB fans included already? Is the Twitch side supposed to be set to the PAL World category? Oh, crap. I forgot to change that. Thank you for telling me that. Okay, thank you. Damn it. I forgot to change that. Way to go. Way to go, Bray. Way to go, buddy. I didn't change the title. I didn't change the category. I'm just not used to doing anything but PC Matchmaker. It's supposed to be science and technology. Thank you. Thank you for the heads up. Much appreciated. We're helping people with computers. That's what we're doing. Oh, okay. Okay. Remember how I said that, just a little thing. I was talking about how Newegg has a new person in charge of the pre-built department over there. And they're trusted by someone that I trust. That person is no longer at Newegg. So there goes that one ray of hope for Newegg. Okay, back to business. Okay, so not the RGB. So that just means that if you want RGB fans, we got to get them. Because this one, I believe, comes with some, like, one fan in the back. Like they gave you a fan. Or maybe two. Yeah, they give you 2 fans. Thanks, Corsair. So you'll need fans for it. Not a problem. Now, question for you. I mean, you're building this yourself. It seems like you're the type that would want to be able to upgrade it. Do you want to go AMD so that you have socket AM5 and you can upgrade the CPU a couple generations down the line and get a big boost in performance for not a lot of money? Well, I mean, for the price of a new CPU. Is that something you would like? because we're going to have to be discerning with this. You picked a lot of use cases for, I mean, you can go just video editing, and that's a $2,500 system. You can go just gaming streaming, that's a $2,500 system. So it goes a little bit up, you know, the cost of this stuff can go up a little bit for each use case that you edit. But we should be okay because you're doing it DIY, that saves you money. Okay. Well, I mean, you're building it yourself, so you're jumping into the deep end there. Now, I do not recommend the 7800X 3D. Not for you. If this just said gaming right here, then yes, 100%. It does not. It says other things, and that is where the 7800X 3D fails. It will lose to every price comparable CPU on the market, and some even cheaper than it will outrun it on anything but gaming. But then again, it's the best at gaming. So so what we'll do is, likewise from what I was saying to Bobcat earlier, is you can go with a more modest CPU for now, like a 7700X, and then when in the summer you can either wait 2 generations, or in the summer when the new CPUs are announced, you can see if maybe there's gonna be an option that's gonna be right for you to then jump up to something that's going to be a generational leap in performance to drop into your nice PC. So I would say at least a 7700X though for the use cases you're talking about. So I'm choosing that for now, but we can change it. That's the cool thing about a parts list. Buy whatever parts you want. This is just a suggestion. Okay, motherboard. You're going to need a lot of I/O on this sucker. Now, one of the goats when it comes to I/O on motherboards is usually gigabyte. They're usually very generous when it comes to I/O. Like, just as an example, let's look at this guy right here. Look at that. Yeah, that's enough I/O for streaming for sure. Now, the one downside here, now let me see. Actually, I can look in your thing here. You do need Wi-Fi. It says here. I'm going to tell you right now, because of this guy right there, this word, streaming, and also content creation when you got to upload a big video or whatever. For streaming, you should try to go off of an Ethernet cable if you can. A 100-foot Ethernet cable that comes with the hardware to like mount it, to run it over a door and things like that, keep it out of the way. You're talking about like $18 on Amazon for Cat 6e. I recommend doing it that way because of the consistency needed for upload. You need consistent upload for streaming. If you're trying to fight for signal, even if you have a very good Wi-Fi signal, the fact that you need Wi-Fi means it's not right by your PC. No. What? Again? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Roby? No, dude. Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. Here, I'm not feeling well tonight, so I can't yell this myself, but welcome, Raiders. Thanks for coming. Thank you for the raid, Roby. Everyone give it up for Roby Tech.
Let's go, nerds.
There you got an LGN from past me. And now let's get, how about this?
We're going to get real smooth. If I'm going to have 240 people just drop in, I got to bring the Riz. And yes, you might be wondering yourself, doesn't he look too old to be using Riz as a word? Not if you use it ironically. What's up, Raiders? I hope that you had a wonderful stream, Roby. And I already know what you were doing, building a beautiful PC in that King 95. How do you like that case, Roby? How does that work for you? Also, was it even or odd number of zip ties? I just have to know. Okay. I would have bet even. I'm going to be honest. I would have bet even.
Okay, you can get the real voice. I'm sorry. You know, I don't want to make you guys uncomfortable. And as I mentioned before, you know, it can be, it's not very good for electronics when you have pure honey oozing out of your speakers. Not good for the electronics. So I do apologize if we fried anyone's audio outputs. Thank you for another raid. That's twice in a month. Are you becoming a raider? Is that something that is that your resolution, Roby, for 2024? Like that's good. That's cool, man. You gotta spread that hype, spread that love, man. But yeah, and you know, I don't know what if anything's been going. I'm not paying attention to like my thing here, but you know, if you guys want to follow, I don't do what Roby does. That I have done some builds, and there are supposed to be some more this year that I'm going to be doing. Mostly what I do is I help people find the right pre-built for them, because it's like the #1 gateway into DIY or into PC gaming in general if you don't ever want to do DIY. For my YouTube audience, I do apologize. You're not seeing the mayhem going on over on Twitch, but you can see it right here. You see it going on. Yeah, there was a raid. I gotta show some love to my raiders and to one of my favorite people on the planet, Mr. Justin Roby. Wish we'd known sooner. We had 630 plus when I logged. All good, man. It is all good. I went like 10 months without streaming, so you know it is really nice to have sort of that boost now and then. Plus, I'm splitting things now between YouTube and Twitch, which I didn't do before. So, Bray will even make a PC part picker or micro center list for you if DIY is what you prefer. Absolutely. And Roby, I got to show you this. I know you're probably like, if you're like me, you're tired when the raid comes around. You're like, I got other stuff to do. I just want to show you this one thing. Yeah, it's just a test. It's a test of it's a branding test. But what do we think? Yeah, I mean, you know my aesthetic, man. I like that vaporwave stuff, all that. But yeah, Blondie but geeky. It's also wonderful to see you, by the way. And of course, I understand you guys are wrapping up the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. And raiders, feel free to hang around. You can see some of the process. We do have a few people left to help out, as you can see by our like crazy list that we have here. Oh, I don't mean to do that. What is happening here? Can that just like not happen? There we go. But yeah, we do have a few people that we're helping out that left to help out here. That's Roby, you're still in here, by the way. You let me know when you need that help finding that $4,000 or more PC to be shipped over to China. Although it said China before, now it says United States. I don't know what happened there. All right, Blondie, good night. And thank you very much. Of course, I really appreciate the raid. Right now, we're actually doing a PC part picker list. And we're looking at, of course, I'm obsessed. When someone says they're going to be a streamer, I'm obsessed with IO. Like, it has to have a lot of IO. Because I hate that feeling when I'm trying to connect, like, my third stream deck. And there's just not enough. Yo, Beers, Beats, and Battle Stars. Triple B coming in with a gifted sub to Numo90. Thank you. Ooh, we're just getting some, oh, man. Oh, that sinus headache is coming in. Ooh. Oh, that's a juicy one. Oh, boy. Okay. Absolutely. Thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate that. You have a wonderful night, Blondie. And Smoke, I see you. What's up, buddy? Oh, Miss Steele said Philinux told you. Yeah. I think Robbie has enough spare parts for showcase builds. He could outfit an esports team. Nice. I can do without Wi-Fi. Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm sorry, Chief Huncho. I am sorry, but whenever this is live, whenever Roby raids, that was harder to say than I thought it would be. I gotta show some love, you know. Trust me, Roby. I mean, I've done build streams, and at the end, I'm not thinking about rating. I'm just like, okay. And you do them like every day, so I cannot imagine. Though I was telling everyone earlier, I was like, you're like a machine, man. You just got something. You got the juice, man. You could just go. That doesn't mean you don't get tired, though, and I appreciate you. I'm thinking that this the Aorus Elite 8X is probably going to be the best option for you right there. At 270, you get great VRM cooling, great power delivery, great VRM cooling, tons of I/O, lots of places to put M.2 drives to add storage. It's a great all-around motherboard for a great price. Some people who are like really into DIY might be like, oh, Gigabyte, I don't like their BIOS. Yeah, what do you spend more time doing? Using your I/O or hanging out in the BIOS? Hey, you too, Roby. You too. I'm always happy to see you. Thank you very much for the raid. Glimpson says, the machine. But yeah, if you guys want to follow just to like come hang out while I help, people who are new to the hobby, even if you're a DIY enthusiast yourself, you kind of get to see my perspective on helping newbies to the hobby every time I stream. It's a lot of fun. And it coincides with my YouTube channel where that's mostly what I cover. And of course, the new series is coming out soon, where we're going to be going from the most basic upgrades to the most complex ones in a way that's approachable for all. And you can refer back to it if you're, even if you're rusty and you're just like, yeah, I guess forgot about this or forgot about that. Yeah. It's going to be a series for everybody. It's going to be so sick. Production should be starting in like a month on that. We got to get a lot of stuff together for it. No, Roby, that is not how it goes. It's not LGG. It's LGN. But still, one of my favorite little videos was that one. I had fun with that. Thanks, Roby. Have a good night, buddy. Bray's rants are great too, but infrequent. Well, if I did them all the time, that would just be me talking. Like Gilbert Gottfried had his day. All right, I can't just yell all the time, and then that's my whole thing. Take my time. You inspired me to get into this. Please, it's an honor watching the growth. Hey, Chief Huncho, of course, absolutely. And Roby's just, again, one of my favorite people on the planet. He's just absolutely awesome person to be around and to work with. Okay, memory. So I would say 64 gigs is the minimum I would do for yours, because we're talking about gaming, streaming, content creation / video editing, and music production. I used to do some amateur music production, okay? If you don't have enough RAM for all of your music samples, your VSTs, your plugins, all those things, like any samples get loaded into memory for instant access whenever you're playing on a MIDI keyboard. Like, you need a lot of memory for that. So yeah, we're gonna do 64 gigs. Plus for video editing, when it comes to video editing, capacity is king. When it comes to RAM, you need to have a good amount of capacity for that. Unless you get used to using proxies, which you can also do that. But let's go here. Let's get to our 2x32. There we go. As I mentioned before as well, there are also 2x48 kits, but those are pretty pricey. I mean, we're talking about like some of them $350, $400. Yeah, I think that would, like, if you're looking at 64 and it's like 169, that's really good. It's a little slow on that one. Let's go to our frequency. Put that up to 6,000. And where is the Kingston Fury Beast? There it is. Kingston Fury Beast RGB 64 gigs. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I've used a lot of kits of DDR5 at this point. The most we got an ad break. Sorry, Raiders. Sorry about the ad break. You can't hear me. Someone who's subscribed, tell them I said sorry. Anyway, what floppy drive do you recommend? It says V for V. Oh, God. You got to get with the times. You're not on zip drives yet? Come on. Are you really on like 5¼ inch floppy disks? Get zip, man. Get good. I remember in high school when zip disks came out and we had to go and buy like a $30 disc. I had to use that for my drafting class, like architecture drafting class. And I was like, this is bogus. I can't even use this at home. Okay. But yeah, I've used a lot of So I'm waiting till the ad break ends. It's probably done for most people now. So I've used a lot of kits of DDR5. The most stable and consistent was Kingston Fury Beast, or this Kingston RAM in general. So that's what we're going to go with here. That's in my experience. Also, this is a nice fast kit of RAM. Excuse me. Wow. That one came from the toes. Jeez. Okay. It is not the cheapest kit of RAM, though, but stability is really important when you're like working on a big editing project. I'm telling you this. But you can change it to a cheaper kit if you want to, and there are some fairly reliable kits under there as well. This is just the one that I always go with. Storage, M.2 store. Oh, wait, let's look at the video cards. So 4070 Ti Super is going to pretty much do everything you need, and it's the same price as 4070 Ti was. It's just a little bit of an upgrade there. Let's just make sure that we can do it. We can get it. I don't even need to write 4070 in there. All I need to do is put Ti and Super in the same search field, and then bam, there it is. And $799. You're doing streaming, gaming, content creation, all that at 1440p. This is going to knock that out of the park. No problem at all. Asus Tough Gaming. Well, let's actually go by price. Yeah, it's all $799. So if you have a specific brand you like, you can do that. If you want to stick with the same brand, you can go with the Gigabyte WindForce. That'll match the brand of the motherboard. But if you like, or the Gigabyte Gaming OC is more money. That's like $30 more. But it's an overclock card that actually has RGB in it and stuff. Wait, it's a 4070 Ti Super. That's $30 more and you get RGB in it. It's up to you. I would just go for the Asus Tough Gaming one or the Gigabyte WindForce OC. Any of these are honestly a good bet. I don't know what is this? A 780 Ti? I saw EVGA and I got part of me that is now very sad got excited, but it's a 780 Ti. It doesn't say Super though. What was that? What happened? B-Mock, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Ruchu's on an Apple Lisa. Classic. No, not yet. Mr. Alex Knight says the Kansas City Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl this year. Okay. Good for them. You know? Good for them. I don't really do the sport ball thing. I'm sorry. Have you seen me? I guess maybe I would look like an armchair quarterback kind of dude, but I'm not. I'm just an armchair kind of dude. That's it. Okay, that puts us at $1,757.96. Now we don't have, we're at $2,500 on the budget. Actually, Chief Huncho, please elaborate on that for me because it is in the form. It's in $500 increments. So let me know if it's higher than that or not. Skull E says, go Oilers. Oh, Ruruchu says they got the Taylor Swift buff. That can turn into a debuff pretty quick. All you need is a bad breakup. Then you got the song going on. The Lions have Eminem, go Lions. He does still live in Detroit, as far as I know. Hit 92C on the Phantom Spirit 120 SE with a 7700X, but I did use Cryonaut Extreme too, so an LS520 might be great unless you want to do an LS720. I mean, we're running a 7700X here, but the whole point is that they can upgrade this when the new family of CPUs comes out, potentially sometime after Computex. You look like a Mitch Morris, no kidding. Oh my God, that is so unknown to me. I don't know who that is. Oh, 3K. Okay, that was an option, but all right. Huh. This is why in the forum, all right, we're going to go back out to Facecam here because I want to talk to you directly right now. This is why in the forum it says, what is your, here, let's go to it right here. Maximum budget. I'm going right back to the screen. What is your maximum budget for the PC in US dollars? Not including taxes, shipping, and no monitors, peripherals, just the PC. because adding $500 to this build puts you in 4080 super territory easily. And that's not out yet. So I'll do the parts list. You just grab a 4080 super when they come out. But there's other parts that could probably get upgraded too from that, because it's only $200 more for a 4080 super than it is for a 4070 Ti super. You see the conundrum here? It's quite a leap in performance, as just judging by specs and how the 4070 Ti super did versus a 4080. It's going to be a pretty solid leap in performance for that $200. I would just do that. But I'm going to go here. I'm going to change it. But guys, anyone filling out the form, pay attention to the instructions, please. Because changing it this late in the build, it means changing a whole lot of other stuff, and I'm not going to do that. So we're going to remove this. Well, I guess we'll leave it in there just for now, just to keep an eye on the budget. But it's $999 MSRP for a 4080 Super. And you just added $500 to your budget. Let's get you some good storage at least. Let's go here. We're going to say M.2 2 terabytes. Not 5.0. I don't really need that. But we're going to go with 2 terabytes at the very least. And then we're going to go by price. Oh, man. I do apologize. Some things, I won't say that I normally take that in stride. I usually will rant about that whenever it's something that is like disruptive to the build like that, where it's like, I changed my budget by, 25%. Here you go. 20%. But good thing is I'm honestly too tired to really go into it, too sick to really go into it. Inland Performance Plus, 2 terabytes. Is that just at Micro Center? Do they sell that elsewhere now? It's on Amazon. Okay. It's a great drive. Like, the speeds are very good, and it's 129. But what's close to that? Yeah, I would go with the Inland Performance Plus. Sure. I'm no sportsman either, Bray, and I'm back. I'm Black Law, okay, and teased disgrace to my. Okay. It does. I've known. Yeah, I've had friends, black friends who are not into sports at all. It's not a big deal. I'm a rotund, bald, white dude. How could I not be into football? Well, Pops wasn't around to get me into it. That's what happened. That's how that goes. And honestly, that can be a really big influence on that. And it's not always the case for everybody. Sometimes that'll still be the thing, and you'll have friends that get you into it. I didn't have friends that were into it either. We were into Dungeons and Dragons. That's what we were into. And computers. But hey, that seemed to work out pretty well for me, so I'm happy about that. Okay, let's get our cooler. We're at 1887. We're going to get a power supply, cooler, and a case is already done. You already have your case. We're almost done. Also, fans. You need fans for that case. So this is where we're going to figure out what fans you want. Now, I'm going to ask you this, because you are building this thing. Is there a particular fan manufacturer that you like? Do you like the Lian Li Unifans? Do you want to try out the new Fantex D30 ARGBs? Like those are an option too. And they also daisy chain. Do you want Thermaltake SWA fans so you can swap them around and have reverse flow fans? Although you can also buy the Fantex fans in reverse flow. Is there a specific design or style of case fan that you want so that we can match the AIO to that? Probably. Or Chaos, they already bought the case. See, this is why I love having a spreadsheet. There it is, right there. They already bought the case. I mean, I like the 4000D. It's still a nice case. There are newer features on newer cases that it doesn't have, but that really doesn't matter because it has like USB Type-C, some of those things that like you would want in more modern cases, but it is still a modern case. Only reason I like the Super Bowl is an excuse for delicious food and get-togethers. Yeah, that's legit. Someone I watch is a Lions fan from Michigan, and his girlfriend is a Niners fan, being from San Francisco, and they are currently money to go see the championship game. Like saving money? Is that what you mean? Earning money. Okay. No preference. Okay. Let's get you. Let's look at the cooler first. I'd like to go with deep cool, and a deep cool AIO is going to give you a good solid cooler that you don't need to upgrade when you get something that's going to have more cores, higher frequencies, higher heat output, things like that. So go here. We select deep cool, and we're going to pick 360 millimeters. Now, actually, real quick, looking at the case. Did I have that up here somewhere? Okay, well. One thing you guys are going to see when you see the deep cool portion of our CS content, when that finally starts coming out, is they have an LCD AIO with the LCD on the pump block, and the price will astonish you in a good way. But their pricing is always good. And I've had so many system integrators, people from system integrators tell me, yeah, we love deep cool. Like their stuff, it's just really robust, it's really reliable. And if we get an RMA with a system that has it in there, it's usually not the cooler that's the problem. LS720 is always a good bet, though. You get some RGB on there. There's a LE720. Is that the newer version of that? I need to get caught up with their stuff. I mean, I'm going to be playing Pal World with them tomorrow. I need to know their product lineup. Well, let's go LS720. You can always shop around and, mess around with that. Power supply. If you're going to be going with a 4080 Super, you're going to need a solid power supply. Actually, one thing I forgot. Let me just click on this real quick. Just reminding myself. Listen, I know a lot about computers. I do not, nor would I ever claim to say I know everything about computers and the computer components. So I will always, if I'm not sure, I'll always double check. I'm trying to see if you can put a 360 AIO radiator on the top as exhaust in the 4000D. Do they not just have a schematic of that? Did I miss it? I might have missed it. Here we go. Okay, so you have to put, if you get a 360 millimeter AIO, as this shows right here, you have to put it on the front. Okay, that's not a problem. As long as the pump is lower, it's not the top of the loop, then you're fine. If you have your barbs where the tubes go into at the top of that part of the radiators at the top, the only thing you need to worry about is in a couple years you might get some waterfall type sounds a little bit. It should still function just fine because the pump is not there. It's still being lubricated by the actual fluid in there, the coolant, and you're going to be fine. If it can reach, you can try putting the tubes to the bottom, but that depends heavily upon the AIO and how long the tubes are. You could put a 280 in the top. That should be able to handle most CPUs, but depends on the 280, honestly. Oh, so that's a newer model. Let's switch over to the newer model then. Why not? There you go. It looks very similar. It's a tiny bit more, but sure. We just got to take the other one off of there. Oh, I also need to take the price of the case off of there. There we go. That fixes the price up a little bit, and we're at $1946. That would be about actually $2,200, considering that it's going to be $200 more than this $799 price, at least, depending on the model of card you get. But now we got to get a power supply. You have a lot of room left in your budget. We can put a bigger CPU in there, and we're probably going to do that. Let's look at our power supply. You could stick with Corsair if you want to. RM1000E is generally very highly rated. And the 2023 model should come with a 12VH PWR to dual 8-pin PCIe power connector. We'll double check that real quick. It certainly does. There you go. What is going on with this website? Corsair, you okay? All right, I'm getting out of here. But yeah, it comes with that cable, so that's good. I like that. If you want to, you could go with IQ Link fans. It's an expensive system, but your cable management's going to be nice. It won't take up a bunch of space when you're doing the build. But you could do the IQ Link system. And let's take a look here at what that looks like. Here we go. Smart components. I mean, when they say smart, there's a chip in the fans. Each fan has an actual PCB in it, okay? FC120 are nice fans for the case if they wanted to match the AIO. Very true. Erasable says, I have them now. Oh, I also, that's another thing is that you can get this. If you get their AIO, which we would switch you over to the Corsair AIO, which would cost more, but you can actually get just the screen module, which I have done that before for a specific system. But I mean, you can get the whole IQ Link system. There should be a kit that sort of has a lot of it, but just this kit of 3 fans is $140, just to let you know. It's expensive, but they look amazing and the cable management's really nice. Now, if you want to save on that, you could do as Orchaos is saying over in the Twitch chat and go with the Deepcool FC120 fans that will match the fans that are already on your all-in-one liquid cooler. However, you are going to need to like flip those fans around to set them up as intake. So there is that to consider. Not enough GPU for the website. Oh, my poor 4090. What is it going to do? I also have like 1,100 tabs open in another window as well. So also I'm running a lot of things on here. I think I'll do IQ once I'm comfortable with building. We can skip for now. Well, it's supposed to make building easier, at least cable management wise, but fair enough. Let's go for system fans. Thank you for calling out the model of the fan. I appreciate that. Org Chaos. Case fans. FC120, 3-in-1, 3 packs. There we go. So basically, you could get one of these, and that'll cover your top and rear exhaust. Your top 2 fans and then the rear exhaust. There you go. And that's $35. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So we're currently at $2141. It's going to be $2341 with the MSRP of the 4080 Super. As you can see, I still came in under budget for your initial budget of $2,500. So what you can do, I feel like I sounded like Zach's Tech Turf there for a second. I did not mean to do that. Zach is an awesome dude, and he's got his own cadence of voice, and the way that he speaks is really it's fun. It makes his short form content fun, I think. We can go crazy with the CPU if you want to. Remember, there's a lot of speculation out there right now that at Computex in June, AMD is going to be announcing the launch of their next generation of desktop CPUs that will slot right into the motherboard you're getting for this system. Another thing we can do is we can go higher end on the motherboard. We didn't go crazy on that. It was like $260 for the motherboard. So there's a lot of options there. Drop 20 cables. Yeah, it's a lot of, yeah, the cable, any daisy chaining stuff is always going to be nice. They're making cheaper IQ Link fans too. Sick. That's what I mean, I just wish they would launch with that stuff, but I know it's got to be impressive and get all the attention. But yeah, I mean, it's because of your use case. Remember, this is what one of the main questions in our form that you fill out. which, by the way, for those of you who are new, this is what the form looks like. If you want help, you actually have to answer a bunch of questions first, because that's the only way you can actually get accurate help from someone, is if they have a lot of feedback from you as to like what you're going to use it for. This is the most important question. So looking here, you listed gaming, streaming, content creation, and video editing, or content creation or / video editing, and music production. That's a lot of use cases there. The more cores you have, the better for things like music production, depending on how complex your DAW can get, how complex your mixes are, and all that. And for video editing, cores can help a lot. M. Dembski says, hi, just lurking while I work. Hey, thank you for the lurk. Lurky while you work. I like that. FC120 do daisy chain. You can pull up the manual to show them if you like. Oh, sweet. That's actually good for me to know. I like that. I'm not going to do that, though, but I will take your word for it. You know what you're talking about. Let's keep the CPU. What about motherboard upgrade? That's a very wise choice. I appreciate that. I respect that, because the whole point of getting an AM5 motherboard is that you're going to use it for a long time, and you can upgrade your CPU 1 or 2 generations later and get a multi-generational uplift in performance. But your motherboard, that's your motherboard. You're going to be stuck with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in. You don't have to go with Gigabyte. That was just a recommendation that I had, if depending on the budget. Because at a lower price, I'll have more I/O, and that's nice. But now we can go ahead and sort by price the other way and work our way down a bit. When I say a bit, I mean a bit. That still does the 2 M.2 drives there at the top. It bothers me. There's the ProArt. Let's see what the ProArt means for AMD, because I mostly have looked at the Intel version of that. Oh, I want one so bad. Oh, that is wonderful, wonderful I/O. Dual USB 4. And then it looks like a 20 gig USB Type-C. It's hard to tell. Not a great picture. Not a great picture, PC Part Picker. But then you have 7 USB Type-A's that are very fast, and 1 USB 2.0. That's for your BIOS one, but also your mouse or keyboard can go in there. But then you have a 10 gig Ethernet port there, and Wi-Fi 6E, but a 10 gig Ethernet port alongside a 2.5 gig Ethernet port. I mean, when they say ProArt, this thing is designed for creators. Like the 10 gig, if you have a local 10 gig network with like a NAS drive on there that has 10 gig Ethernet, you have super fast, huge storage in there, which is really cool. So that's probably what I would go with for a creator's PC. It also looks absolutely sick. Okay? It looks really good. If you like that. The looks are subjective, of course. Now, if you go the same price, though, you can get the X670. You can get the X670E-E, and we'll take a quick peek at that. And the I/O is more abundant in terms of USB here. You don't get the 10 gig Ethernet, but then again, you probably don't need that. And if ever you do decide you need a 10 gig Ethernet port, you can get a PCIe card for that. It's not a problem. But you get much more abundant Type A ports right here. A lot more of those. Plus your Wi-Fi 6E. You don't have the 40 gigabit per second USB 4.0. You don't have that. But you have multi USB Type-C ports there. This right here is if you know you're going to be connecting a lot of devices for your streaming or your music production setup, you go with this one. Okay? That's what I got to say about that. There's Alucard. Every time I hear the song now, I think of him. There's also a bit more showy of a motherboard. It is very nice, though. You do get quite a bit of storage options, if I'm not mistaken, here. Let's see if we can. I don't think they have that info here, but we can just check it here on ASUS's website. See how many storage M.2 sockets they got in this thing. So it looks like we have 4 onboard USB, not USB, onboard M.2 sockets. Okay, 3 of them support PCIe 5.0. Slow down, buddy. Holy crap. And then this one here will support a PCIe Gen 4 M.2. So that's a lot of storage and a lot of very fast storage. Nobody really needs PCIe Gen 5 storage yet. Like there's nothing really has come out that's needed that, but it's there. So you plan on doing a NAS, okay? It's okay. Do you need higher than 2.5 gig Ethernet? Then maybe you should go for the ProArt. If you need that 10 gig port, that is decided for you. Here's the thing: this is not it's not a pre-configured system. You can go in and change whatever you want. But with that in mind, I'll go ahead and put the ProArt creator board here. All right. You're not going to have as much USB ports on the back, but you can add more USB yourself by using a PCIe add-in card. I have one around here somewhere, but it's just it gives you a bunch of USB 3.0 ports on it. Anyway, that's that. We have 64 gigs. Good. That's it. That's the build. I'm not putting an operating system on here, because you just install that yourself using Windows Media Creator tool with a USB drive. Get your right Windows 11 Home or Pro, and then you get the proper key for it from my YouTube sponsor VIP CDK Deals. Code is Break25, and then you will actually be able to get Windows for $15-20, and it's an OEM copy. So if you change your motherboard or something, or maybe when you change your CPU, you might have to buy another product key. Any major hardware changes will usually trigger that. But still, it's better than paying $120. And getting the RG Strix E for my streaming PC built thanks to Brother Bray. Yep, it's a good board. I do not know if Windows 11 will pick up 10 gigabit Ethernet ports on clean installs. The Ethernet driver might be required to be installed at the desktop like Wi-Fi drivers commonly. I mean, anytime you do that, when you're doing a new build, I like to go through and go to the motherboard manufacturer's website, download all the drivers, make sure I have that in case something doesn't show up. Yeah. I'm starting to get a major sinus headache, guys. I might need to cut this off a little early, because the lights are also not helping. That generally will lead to a migraine for me. I'm not feeling too great right now. I just don't want to leave anybody in the lurch that's been waiting for 2-3 hours to get help. But I'm not feeling well, for sure. All right, so let's give you this right here. I'm going to save this. And that's that. Look at that. So you can look at it. There you go. And let's edit the parts list, and I'll just do this right here. I know I can get it elsewhere. I just, whatever, it's right there. And then go here. Put that there. Should probably bold that or something. There we go. Okay. I really didn't get to help that many people out today, but one of the main points of this is not just to get me to tell you, hey, buy this. If I don't get to help you, if I don't get to you, the hope is that you're getting enough information that you're going to be able to make an informed decision on your own. And don't forget, the link is right there if you want to see all of the recommendations I have made so far. And it includes the links to what I ended up recommending to them. Why is it helpful? Well, you can compare your own budget and use case and needs and all that to any of the ones here and say, wait, my budget is $2,000 and I want to go to the Micro Center in Houston, Texas. And I'm doing gaming and streaming in 4K. So let's see what they got recommended. And bam, there's a link right there. That is in the description of the YouTube stream. And for those of you in the Twitch stream, I will get that to you momentarily. There you go. For Twitch chat, you now have a link to the spreadsheet that shows all the results I've gotten so far. As a matter of fact, a bunch of these, but not all, but a bunch of these actually have the YouTube timestamp, so you can go back to that exact point in the stream to watch me as I reason through why I make the recommendation that I make. Like, it's awesome. Even if it's just to help reassure you a little bit. Even if it's about a PC that you already bought and you want to see if, like, oh, would he have recommended something like what I got? Go back and watch. There you go. Well, Braithorn, I bought my GPU today. Sick. Awesome. Very cool. And it was the 4070 Ti Super. Is that the one you went with? Or 4070 Super? Blame on the raid. Rest easy, my friend. Big country out. Peace. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, especially if I need to wake up and pretty myself up for another stream. Not that I did that this time, that's for sure. Because I might be streaming during the day a little bit while I'm playing Pal World with Deep Cool, because that's just going to be fun. Because the Deep Cool crew they're super fun people. They're really cool. Yeah, so if you guys want to see that, just if you're on the YouTube stream right now, if you watch all my stuff on YouTube and you're not following on Twitch, that's just going to be on Twitch, not YouTube. So you're going to want to follow over there as well. And that's just YouTube. I'm sorry, that's just twitch.tv/Braithorn. That's if you want to hang out. Oh, I think I need to. There you go. There's a link. Just click that. Click follow, and there you go. You can come hang out while we play Pokemon with guns. Which it's not really just that. It's actually way more than that. But that's what it's colloquially known as, I guess. 4070 Super pre-ordered it, so now we just got to find a good time to get the rest. Heck yeah. Awesome. Very cool. Oh, Neo Linkster. I didn't see your question earlier. I do apologize. I did not ignore you on purpose. Are you using direct light boxes or pointing them at a wall for indirect lighting? Yes. Right up there, I have a newer LED panel that I'm pointing at the white wall for indirect lighting. And then I got this guy. Can you see it? You can. I'm in the wrong thing. It's not, it's like a 24 by 24, I think. But it's an Amaran light, the 60X something. Okay, and it's the Aperture Lightbox 4545. It's not optimally placed, honestly, because this would be better. This would be better placement if I had the camera like directly in front of me to get that sort of 45-degree angle. But I can't have my monitor off center. It's just so weird. So I have you guys over here, and I have my if I have my vertical monitor on this side and the light over here, well, then I'm going to move the camera over here too, because if I'm reading chat, I want to have my face pointing kind of in the right direction. Like I'm reading chat and you're right there. Hello. I want to get the Elgato prompter to cover chat, but then I'm going to have to actually put YouTube and Twitch chat together, at least on my prompter. But yeah, anyways, that was a lot of talking for not a lot of reason. There you go. Short question, long answer. So we can't end the Twitch stream until we raid somebody else. I don't even know how many people stuck around. I should check that probably. Yeah, we got 63 people. Nice. That's a good solid raid. If I get raided, I got like I used to raid every time I would close out the stream. But like when I'm doing these multi-streaming situations, it's harder to remember. It's harder to keep my mind in the Twitch only mindset and think, oh, I should raid somebody, you know? But whenever I get raided, it's like, oh no, I'm passing the hype along, and we need to do that. So let's see who we've got. Oh, we got Duty Beard. Duty Beard is hilarious. We got Science streams. They're very cool. Let's see. Liger Zero Gaming is up. Liger is super cool. We also got Kia Pia playing Pal World. If you want a preview of what's going to go on tomorrow, we might want to raid Kia. Don't know if you guys remember who Kia Pia is, but she is super cool. She's part of a situation that happened before that where she was unjustly treated by a certain system integrator company that we shall not mention. But very cool, very, very cool streamer. Yeah, my hands are shaking more than usual. I need to end this thing, probably. Okay. So one is playing Final Fantasy 14 online. One is playing Pal World. That's Kia. Which would y'all rather watch? I guess I can leave it at that. Or should we just raid somebody? Let's just raid somebody. I'm just gonna raid Kia. Because it's been a while. So let's do that. By the way, that's the person who Jay's 2 cents made a PC for. So how cool is that? Okay, guys, stick with me on this. Bring the hype over. Kia's a very cool person. Let me see how long they've been streaming though. That's usually, if they've been streaming a really long time. Okay, three and a half hours, not bad. And I know I'm stopping it a little bit early. I am sorry about that. For anyone who is waiting, there's a lot of resources there for you, but I will be back on Tuesday. And I apologize. I'm just feeling, my head is throbbing, man. It is really throbbing. Sorry about that. But yeah, also, you're getting videos this weekend. There's going to be videos, like more than one. Okay, keep an eye out for that. One of them is gonna it's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to release this one. It's oof. It's like 10 months in the making. Okay. Made a PC for in under 2 years. Oh, Boss Blondie, of course. Anytime. You let us know if there's anything. You can also let the techies know if there's any technical difficulties with installing your stuff, upgrading your stuff, uninstalling old drivers, installing new drivers, that kind of stuff. They can help you out with that for sure. But yeah, guys, everybody who's in the Twitch chat, I implore you, I have one mission for you. Even if you leave right after doing this, after we raid, stick around for the raid just to make it more hype and make their day. But another thing is, say one nice thing to the streamer. Just one nice thing. And then, then you're free to go. Or hang around. Pal World is insane. It's fun to watch. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being patient with me while I've been sick here on this one. Thank you again, Roby, and all of the Roby Tech community for the raid and for sticking around. For those of you that did, nothing but love for y'all. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys in the next one. And until then, take care. Oh, it was less than 2 years. Right, Neo. Good one. That is a good one. I like that. All right, guys. Take it easy. That was weird. Where's my... Okay, there it is.
Let's go, nerds!